Alright. Let's go, señoritas.
Let's talk about history when it comes to the context of Counter-Strike, right? We have FaZe here who are trying to win their first major, who are trying to put their name amongst those gods of Counter-Strike, as we see Kerrigan right now, Maniac.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Look at what it means. Look at what it means to be on that stage. I don't want to bring up Boston again. It doesn't matter the tournament. But here is the thing. He knows. Rain and Kerrigan, they know what it is to be on that stage, to have prepared, to have given everything you have, and to leave a loser, to leave with regrets, and they don't want us today.
In the mind of a true competitor, does that make you stronger now? Now you know I will never make that mistake again.
Because you've survived it. You have survived it. You have lived through the worst scenario possible. You've lost the final, and you're here again to defend your chest.
Let's see if, well, we get the maps that we want and that we expect anyone to...
FaZe banned Mirage.
NAVI had the option here. Are they going to ban Dust 2 or are they going to ban Mirage? They are going to be picking
FaZe
Inferno. That's just been the best map for a while now. Now, NAVI have an option to punish with the D2 pick, but they go for Nuke, actually. That's been something that they loved last year. They had a great streak on it, 20 games in a row. But now, this is a map that has fallen out of favor with them in some respects.
Yeah, you say that, right? And then we saw in the quarterfinal, we saw in the semifinal yesterday as well, that Nuke right now is a land map for NAVI. I think Simon said it on the stage, that maybe Nuke is just a land map. Ancient as a third.
What the hell is going on?
Right there. I didn't see that one coming, and that is very interesting, right? A map that is getting a lot of flack right now. Even Simple said it when we interviewed him, Shocks, that he doesn't like the map. He thinks it's too CT-sided. It's not really well built, and Valve should definitely update it. Well, Simple, now you potentially have to win a major on the map that you dislike the most in a final. So I absolutely love this map pool. I want to hit on one point, though. The fact that NAVI picked Nuke against FaZe Clan is, to me, a dangerous thing right here. I think FaZe Clan are super satisfied with this video. They're getting the two best
that
maps
is the same
in order
thing,
to potentially win the major.
unless you have a loser
Both
bracket.
Nuke and Ancient are 100% win rate for FaZe in the last 3 months. But the conversation about Nuke has to be the key one. For NAVI to win the major, they didn't need to be good on Nuke 3 months ago. They need to be good on Nuke today. And they have put in the work, they've got the result, they've got the confidence. But do you have enough to break the defensive phase?
Right, and that's what's so tough. But the thing is, the NAVI defense going into map number 1, Inferno, is going to be tough. You've got one of the strongest pit players in the world ramping up in Electronic. Woo! When you think of Electronic and pit, it's like watching Jaws. This guy instills fear in you, and you don't even want to move near pit again. You don't want to move next to the water because of the shark. But if you go by that pit, I mean, Electronic, he chomps you.
What I kind of love about this map, Vito, is the fact that we see two teams who have failed on these maps before, right? We remember the Copenhagen Flames as well versus FaZe, but they say, no, we can do better than that because this is one of our best maps in the context of Nuke as well. In the RMR, Heroic crushed
100% win
NAVI
rate
on that T side, but when they
Ancient.
played it again, Boomich had the solutions because he had watched the tape, and I think that goes in terms of Boomich, in terms of the trust in his process, that is a notch on his belt.
Yes, I love that you mentioned Boomich and Blade, because we're going to wrap him up in that conversation. When you have such a golden staff behind you, it's the easiest way to improve on a map where you have been proven your weaknesses and your mistakes by a team like Heroic. What better occasion to look at the demo again and figure out tailored solutions, plans,
Everyone loves
contingencies.
fucking Inferno.
We know they'll do it, and they have done it for this grand final.
I got some bad news for you guys when it comes to
FaZe
Inferno,
has
though.
played
I think we should
28
focus on the
fucking
first
games.
map right here, and the bad news is that
14
Electronic,
wins,
I agree, he used to be the best
losses.
pit player in the world. The past 3 months for NAVI, he's the lowest rated player on this map. In fact, there's not a single player outside of Simple on NAVI who's in a positive rating right now in the past 3 months on Inferno. They've been struggling on this map massively, and we even saw it in this tournament as well. Simple with a 1.27 rating, as per usual. The next best player is Bit with a 0.99 rating. That is unlike NAVI, so I think FaZe right now is eyeing a great opportunity right here for getting off to a very good start.
Yeah, I think that right now you have to consider FaZe the favorites when moving into Inferno. That's just keeping things fair. NAVI, though, I mean, the thing is that they have those poor ratings because of what's been happening in the past to them. This is a team that in the moment, in today, they are different. I almost want to discredit every result we've seen for the last couple months on them, because what we've seen in these playoffs is a different beast in NAVI.
When FaZe finally beat NAVI during Pro League, the first time that core actually could get it down, they picked Inferno, they won it. That was a stronghold for them. But now, when do we start asking the question of the floating of Vertigo for NAVI? I thought maybe there was a way in the video. I thought maybe they'd use that as a punish. They actually stick with the Vertigo and no one plays. Isn't that a missed opportunity?
Yeah, you could say so, but don't you want to play it safe, right? Do you really want to risk a major, you know, going into a map where it's...
I mean, I would, but I'm not playing it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the balls on you would have been massive.
Really, the FaZe win against Cloud9 on Vertigo a couple months ago, I mean, that's where it instills fear into NAVI.
So
you can't risk that.
You
can't risk that.
everything, so...
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, I mean, NAVI could be better, but I mean, it's too risky to go for a pick like that or to not ban that one.
All right, interesting map, Vito. I think we can say that. Now that we have a couple of minutes left before we get into his game, I'd like to open the floor to my analysts because
who's the
we've
best
talked
player
about so
on
many
FaZe?
things already and so many specifics of the teams
this
and the
tournament,
players.
but like just overall.
But we could talk forever, so I'd love to know what the thing is that excites you the most for this bout between FaZe and NAVI, Maniac.
Look, for me, it's about what player is going to show up first
games.
on the server. And I think it is such a strong signal. You think about FaZe for a second, both quarterfinal and semifinal have been led by Rain and Kerrigan on the first map. What a better story, what a more romantic story is than to have the experienced guys lead the way and actually come in with the big guns blazing at the beginning. Just to give the time to the rookies, the Robs, the rookies of this world who've never played on that stage, never been in a grand final, the experience, the veterans, they need to step up.
I want to build on that point, and I want to agree with it in the sense that I think NAVI is a known quantity. NAVI is a known quantity. When they go into a final, you know exactly what you get. You get a well-drilled Simple, you get a well-drilled Electronic, you get a team that is playing at a very high level. Now for FaZe in a major final with this iteration of the lineup, we don't really know that much, right? We have seen them being pressured a couple of times, and I'm looking towards my Robs, I'm looking towards my Twist, I'm looking towards Brokey. Brokey to me is going to be key today. He is going to go head-to-head against Simple, and without Brokey playing well for FaZe, there's no winning Inferno, and there's sure as hell no winning this grand final. So for Brokey to have a good start in the game, to establish some dominance on the server, to get a good feeling and feel confident on the stage is a massive, massive win condition.
I got Rops. I want to see if Rops' Appsler can work when this crowd is roaring the way that it is. When you can't hear what's going on from that position, when you're trying to catch rotations from those NAVI players moving out of that pit, that's where Rops usually shines. But it's tough to do that when there are 10,000 fans in this arena that are screaming their heads off, and relaying that to your team, also essential information that could be missed in this matchup.
Guys, how the hell have we not mentioned Bit so far?
Exactly.
How the hell have we not mentioned Bit? The rookie that came in Stockholm and shocked everybody with winning the first major he ever attended. At some point, 100% win on land for this man. You look at the numbers, equally good as in Stockholm. That's how insane it is. He's got the same rating, the same ADR. He is lined up. A young gun of the game of Counter-Strike, showing consistency that players need years to achieve in months.
I think this is a great point that even with all that time, we haven't delved that deep into some players like Bit, who I think it's fair to say didn't exactly, I don't want to use the strongest word as save, but he's held them together when it wasn't working that well, right, Pim? And now he also has a chance to shine on the stage.
I agree, but also do want to say that we haven't seen Bit in a grand final of a major being pressured, right? It was relatively easy for NAVI to win the last major, if I may say that, right? That's how good they were. It was but it was easy. It was easy thanks to Bit, right? It was easy thanks to him playing so fantastically well. Now I do want to say, what happens when you get into a 14-14 scenario and Bit is perhaps not having a great game? That's when you get to see the character of him. He's still young, 19 years of age, as you said, in a major grand final for the second time in a row. But I want to see him be pressured. I want to see him raise up to the occasion when they need him the most, not when they're winning a final, you know, leading 15-8 or 15-9.
The thing about Bit is that for Kerrigan and the rest of FaZe, they've studied the demos on Bit. They know his entry route, the flashes that are going to support him, but his time to kill is so fast, it doesn't matter.
Hey, Rob here, I think for 1 year, dude. Rob got you, Kyoko, jumping match, welcome back.
The most mechanically consistent player for me in the world. He is so dominant in 50-50 duels, it feels like it's not even fair, even if you're against star players like we have on FaZe.
Many of them, it's not even fair. To your point, haven't even mentioned Perfecto that much when he comes in with the mastermind and the clutches. Twist, the same. And I think this is why we are excited to kind of watch this match, because to me it is also about kind of expectation and then how they can do even better than those expectations, and who is going to step up between FaZe and between NAVI to the level we need them to in order to hoist that trophy.
It's like a box of chocolates, right? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be when you have Perfecto and Twist?
Good, you know?
They can absolutely save you. Twist did it. Perfecto can do it. Everyone on the server is a star.
Absolutely crazy. What a match we have here. FaZe
Life
versus
is like
NAVI.
a box
Who
of
will
chocolates.
lift the trophy? We're gonna start on Inferno, and I hope that Machine and Sponge have an amazing time with it. Let's go, guys.
I think it would be impossible not to have an amazing time with what is ahead of us. We are on the precipice of Counter-Strike history. Nobody, not even the players on the stage know what is going to go down today. But isn't it going to be fun finding out, Chad?
We have NAVI, the reigning major champions, defending their title against the undisputed #1 contender in FaZe. World #1 versus world #2. The best will be decided after this best of 3.
I got a fun fact for you, Chad. I was speaking to the audio guy. He told me that the crowd were as loud as an airplane taking off. 108 decibels. So let's do it one last time. It's FaZe against NAVI. Sport Police, let me fucking hear you. All right, pistols on Inferno. The very first round, the very first blood to be drawn of the grand finals. It begins here.
Oh,
Slow
that's
and steady
so
out the gates
good.
here.
You boost there, or he stands there so he doesn't make a noise when he jumps.
Feeling each out. Still
I didn't know that.
any aggression to come in from either team. Bit of space taken. FaZe gearing up now, util in hands.
There's a lot riding on this pistol. And it's electronic. Down! Down and out! Bit having a go, down as well, out low. It's just him. Space and bomb plant acquired. FaZe Clan have the advantage. Simple looking to change things. Those bullets are fast. They're furious. And I'm sure NAVI will be too. Perfecto though.
Oh shit.
Not out of it yet. Lots of utility. Time sensitive mission. You must close the gap. Close it fast. Flash through. Backs turn. And only Perfecto, head in hand. FaZe find the first round.
It's literally only.
Haven't quite seen an arena this full for Counter-Strike.
He's literally
in
only
many
saving
years.
the frag money. He wasted his smoke so they wouldn't get it. He's only saving the frag money of not dying. He didn't have armor. He didn't have anything. That's interesting.
I've been meeting fans from around the world, and what was the biggest takeaway for me was just how everyone is on the same page. They know the struggle and the stories of all 10 people that are on the stage today.
Yeah, this one right here, it doesn't normally boil down like this. #1, #2, the two teams that everybody wants to see, the final that we feel we deserve, the final that Counter-Strike deserves.
How did you put it? The world #1 contender?
Not
Taking on the reigning
paused?
champ.
Undisputed world #1 contender.
timeout?
Yeah, FaZe are #1 in the world right now.
Oh man. It looks like we're back. The Sport Police wills us back into game.
Some hefty buys by FaZe here. I think they know that the force is going to come out from NAVI immediately.
Yeah, really prioritizing.
And no SMGs in sight for the attack. NAVI, a specialist here in these second rounds. Let's see what they can across the line with a slight purchase. Couple Teagues, couple of KGs in the mix here as well. Rally if you two up, Banana, Twist, he's trying to take some space. Looking for a find, will be smoked off to deny, so drawing out grenades.
Yeah, not too many more where they came from. They will not be able to keep up the wall as the clock plentiful. My God.
Defending a bit of control here, FaZe across the map, just looking for this space. Very standard stuff on Inferno early. Nobody wanting to be too pacey in a round like this. Don't know what buy they're up against.
These slow rounds as well just help you get your head screwed on tight. You had the walkout dopamine flowing through your veins. You've got to keep a steady hand. Process of elimination now for FaZe. They start their advance. Carrigan always likes to be the leader of the pack in every definition.
It's a hard crossfire to break here. Stuff's on the other bomb side, but they're coming in.
Gruesome twosome, electronic, simple, called upon, and the Deagle strikes. First good night for electronic, simple. An exquisite double, but that'll do nicely. Carrigan, bit of sign of the times, I think, just trigger happy, but that'll do.
Easy done right there. Didn't get enough out of the pit player. Simple does his job in the site. All the attention drawn. 2's not enough to stall this one out. Bomb goes down again, and FaZe will be converting 2-0 out the gates.
Those Galils hold fast in that second round.
Yeah. I wonder what the...
Especially on T-side Inferno. FaZe getting it out of the way. First half of the first map of the series.
Yeah, trying not to make this one a third map decider if you're Carrigan. I think remove that from the major finals. Let's see if we've got a dud this time round. That's what everybody's looking for.
Problem is that
slow and steady wins the race here on the
they
T
only
side.
buy
You don't
armor.
overstep. You don't want to give
and they're
anything
gonna have
over.
to pay 1,000 for a helmet, and they have Galils, right? So not sure
Much
how good
weaker
that
this time
is.
round, NAVI. Good trading onto the site here. NAVI not worried, not concerned about this one, and could see Twist online early with a couple of kills. A smattering of pistols out again, and can there be a difference maker in the round? Flashes, mollies, rain on out. Stalling any NAVI early peaks. They've got to hold them back for now.
Robs hasn't seen a single soul in these first 2 rounds. And that may continue. NAVI doing everything they can to puff up their chest. Fame, presence and pressure.
You have to take a risk in a round like this from NAVI, right? You're down to just the pistols here. You're hoping you've gambled correctly. The question is, do they want to block them or do they want to let them in? Ideally, you have to run through the grey screen here if you are NAVI.
Still 60 seconds. Perfecto responsible, will get the smoke out. Do they go through? They don't have to. Decisions to be made, and a spray does chip away.
Just enough for a second wave here out of FaZe. They're going to test the issue.
Ready and waiting. Down goes Simple. And that will be Perfecto added to the list. One remaining close. And he's trying every trick he can. Actually, connect. Brokey surviving. A blade straight to the chest, but walks away from it. That will be the 3-0 conversion, and convincingly so.
Yeah, very clean stuff. Hasn't been a moment of worry so far coming out of FaZe. Great stuff as well for the likes of Brokey and Twist to get on the board early.
There is
these two
friendly fire
individuals
on.
representing their countries. The first from Latvia, Canada. You've got Robs from Estonia as well to represent their country in a major grand final.
Norway.
Well, Rain was there before, back with that Boston final, I think, that has haunted them for many years.
Oh, that one. It's been so much fun to see the fire lit within Rain. Watching from home with your feet up as your team, your captain, lift the trophy this year. Lit a fire inside of him, and I'm sure we can all understand and put ourselves in the shoes of him. Admirable stuff, but it is time, Chad.
Now
are you ready for our first gunny?
A little bit of a bonus here out of FaZe. They've got this Mac 10 still in the hands of Brokey. No AWP out for him just yet, but NAVI are into the full buys. Do FaZe want to just continue slow and steady as you like, or do they want to try and throw something with a little bit more flavor their way? Defensive smoke drop top banana. That's going to isolate any early information for NAVI as Rain up and to that boiler room quite quickly. This is fast for the mid control. Molly over the top. Look how passive NAVI. They're not leering mid, they're not taking any fights, they're giving the room over. Carrigan chipped on down a bit of flak damage, but you can see the pressure point that Carrigan wants to work on here early.
These nade timings are so good. Fucking Christ.
Oh, little bit of damage inflicted. Unconfirmed, but
Have a lot of room, right? FaZe right now, they have all the room that they could hope for and some more. Just juggling here, Perfecto on the way back over, bringing a bit more to the fight on B.
a couple of spares. That will work out nicely with the time remaining.
Just note Simple's position here. If this is a committal, he can get over and help this two-man holdout very, very quickly. So the response time on this will be fast.
Oh my god, that smoke is so good. Why does it leave it?
FaZe Clan looking to put NAVI back into the dumps. Simple has sight, takes down the leader. Heavy damage, but they are across 20 seconds, running out of players. It's up to these three, and Twist does deliver. Time, oh! So much damage, 1 HP on Simple, but he does fell Twists. A nice upgrade, a valuable one, a compulsory one. Rops alongside for the ride, yet to die. Long range, brave from Brokey, needs one!
Yeah, play together now, dude. What the fuck are you doing?
That 1 HP, Twist's handiwork may very well haunt Simple. And his attempt here in the clutch time, very low. Brokey 6 feet lower. Simple, 1 HP, Rob's yet to die. Who comes out on top? It drops! Robin keeps his cool. We see the 4-0. NAVI yet to get off the starting mark.
They were too spread out, retaking that.
Had that 3-man stack over towards B. You saw the execute come in. Simple speedway position. He was there in time. They get the opening kill. Looks like they were trading quite efficiently onto the site. But it's that star trio.
And of course it's Simple baiting.
Brokey, Twists and Robs getting the necessary kills on that side, close it down, and the aggression that they were able to continue within those fights. They weren't allowing NAVI to set up in that retake. And look at this, a bit of an investment here out of NAVI. Some interesting purchases. Boomage. CZ, Simple with something a little bit out of the box here.
Yeah, and they are going to flirt with something a bit more avant-garde, a little off the beaten path.
It's a very powerful position from Simple here. Not necessarily the first clear as you down the corner. The Alligator might munch away at a couple of FaZe players here when they do
noob shotgun,
their luck at that mid-control.
By a real man shotgun like
Pack
Nova.
mentality out of FaZe here. You can see them grouping together, clearing this out as a unit. They have the utility to do so.
Boomage's sixth sense tingles. But who will be made the ghost? Tries his luck. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Look how low they are. FaZe's ears are ringing.
Yep.
As Boomage swings around, swinging. Still yet to frag.
They're in a bit of trouble here. Remember this position. This could be massive right now. The HP of FaZe is a huge problem here.
They're so weak.
There's no way that this is a good
ready
position.
to stand tall. Pops him for the ledge, just the one. Kept honest. Favors FaZe now heavily.
Terrible.
What is Bit supposed to do? A Kevlar vest and a Deagle? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And the same case for Perfecto. Spotted out, nice find, but that looks like a foreboding fifth.
Just try not to give over a gun here. Keep as many alive as possible right now. Perfecto looking to do a bit more damage. But this is a 5-0 start for FaZe. This is beautiful stuff. You couldn't ask for anything better on the T side of Inferno right now.
Yet to see an AWP in play for anyone.
Money hasn't been there for NAVI just yet. FaZe have had the options to go for it, but just want to keep it rifle heavy, keep it as a bit of a pack.
Is Brokey one that wouldn't shy away?
What are you saving? No armor, one Deagle.
If you want to lock down a bit of territory, if you want to try and stop Simple from going for swings and peaks, then yeah, bring it out. But if you're more than happy to operate with these AKs, it's a bit more versatile. So the T-sided AWP, if Simple has one and he loses it, Brokey might pick it up, right? That's when we see it come into play here. But just want to note the selfless nature of Carrigan there. Right? Him jumping forward, you saw that draw Simple's crosshair wide. If he just jiggle peaks, like most players would, the art of the wide swing is dead, right? So Carrigan just jump and wide, drawing that crosshair. Save them a few more bodies. So big start from the leader as we get back underway into round number 6. Still no AWP out in play for NAVI here, but will they try and take some aggressions, find an opening? Well, speak of the AWP, here it is from Brokey. Aggressive maneuver forward will be noted.
He's fired off the shot and it echoes across.
Oh, never mind. Oh, okay, I get it now. If they are being targeted by the spectator, it looks hollowed out, and then it. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood the spectating.
You can see the scouting party starting to poke and
I thought it was just hollowed out if they don't have it.
Towards the apartments. Simple the same. Throws a couple of mag into it.
Yeah, Rob's put on notice there. He's gone down to 26, so he's going to have to operate a little bit more passive here. Rob shouldn't be a problem for him. But this is just the standard Inferno at the moment. It's about pulling utility, it's about playing the chessboard, taking it slow, the default spreads.
Yeah, I heard from Carrigan's interview about T-side Inferno feeling like one of their best in the pool. Everyone on the same page. I can imagine that's a euphoric feeling. It's game time, folks. 40 seconds, FaZe. Flash Simple out of the fray. Not ready.
Wow.
Ray needs it, gets it back.
The first time ever
A vital trade. And still pressure on B as well. NAVI scratching their heads. Where is this final commitment coming from?
Not just this game, but this whole fucking
Broky's caught it through the smoke.
Always follow, always flash, or always
put that
check
foul on the board.
They don't check one time, he's there.
Broky. Rain even had the rotate.
Yeah, that's the key right there. That Rain killed the trade back. That was the most important kill of the entire round. It meant that FaZe didn't have to rotate back and try and go towards A. They weren't just going to run into B limp. That kill actually opened the round up completely here, and all they had to do was find those kills. You say, that kill from Broky through the smoke. Miraculous stuff right there. Just being very diligent. Boomage goes down, and that's the round. This is a fantastic start for FaZe. It's not often you see NAVI getting blanked like this. A 6-0 start.
I mean, it would be something rather special if they can continue to build up on this. I mean, 6, they'd have bit your hand off. They would. And they've got it in the first 6 of play.
It's very unlikely that NAVI stays this quiet, right? If FaZe are
Wait, did the fishes actually disappear?
Like a
Is that an actual feature? I never thought of that. After the bomb explodes.
It's unlikely to see them push that limit now as NAVI saved a couple of guns. The loss bonus is in their favor, but that's where the good news ends, right? You mentioned the AWP. It's not possible to get out still. FaZe will be aware of that. They have them right where they want them. They know the players that they're killing. They're aware of the economy. They know the loss bonus, so they can keep running rounds like this.
You're killing 5 fishes every time you order sushi, bro.
A couple more clean ones. You can see the cash right now for Robson, Rain, both over that 10K mark, and a timeout called now. The eye test here, you need someone to dig through the stats, but every time it feels like Blade calls a timeout, NAVI respond with a round of their own. The coach for NAVI is a mastermind, the puppet master, pulling the strings and pulling his players right where they need to be. Let's see if we get that response.
NAVI, 0.
Yeah, they say life imitates art, but
0.
And Blade definitely have some parallels.
Isn't this their... No, this was picked by FaZe.
Because of this pace that FaZe has been throwing, you might see a pace change out of them or continue if it ain't broke. Don't change it. NAVI would just love to find an opening exchange here, a chance where they can find a favored duel. Look how tight FaZe are playing.
Strongest map? That's weird, because I saw the stats and they were 14-14
on his
on
banana
this
adventures.
map.
Chipped away at the
In this
Canadian
tournament,
twists on the grand final stage.
Oh,
Functioning with that
14-4.
half health. This is the flash. Brokey on.
I thought it was weird, like, damn, that's a lot of fucking Inferno picks. Must have been every single game.
They don't come easy. Little glimmer of rain. Information conveyed on the reaggress. Just hanging in the balance, and Simple puts himself straight into the line of fire. Bit now called upon, and that's another on the T-side. Or Brokey hits double digits, and the rest will come. Brokey triple.
Go save.
What are they to do?
Save again. This is very miserable right now.
7.
I'm looking at the details of this. How many rounds have they pressured Arch? They're actually trying to target Simple's position on the map, and they've done it consistently. 3 of these rounds right now where NAVI have had guns, they're either dealing with the rotation, right?
They should definitely hunt here. 100% hunt.
Or they're seeking him out, trying to make him into fights.
It's
right?
insane.
That's the perfect example right there.
11
FaZe
grand.
have come in with a game plan of
explosion.
target Simple. How many teams pull that off?
10 grand.
How many teams are brave enough to pull that off?
He had problems as well. Boomage yet to find a kill. He's not finding any traction.
And they should be able to kill both of them.
Yeah.
Electronic with
Even
just
losing
1.
3 members
Simple has
is worth
7,
it.
sure, but it doesn't matter when he goes down. He's not in the
long
play.
as
He
the
can't
op
rotate
doesn't
around.
die.
Boomage might not get anything here. Rain decapitates. 1 left for Vector. He's been spotted, dicked up too, and he's going to go on down. Clean sweep. Brokey with the 4K on the AWP.
Good luck.
That's going to be feeling absolutely A1 for the Latvian. And this is how it started, Chad.
Yeah, it can't be stressed enough. Look who's the first step. Remember when Rain went long side, they traded off of that? You also had Carrigan before in the first gun round. Wrap arch side.
Yeah.
It's all been arch. This is where the target is right now, and NAVI are left scratching their heads.
That was a 4-kill from Broken.
Yeah, good up there. Maybe FaZe getting that 10 rounds on this
His shots were kind of like straightforward. Nothing special.
I mean, this is going to be keineahnungking hyper-focused, zoned in.
They found a weakness, and you know, we're just saying if Blade takes a timeout, they traditionally convert around. Still yet to see that AWP come out. I'm sure that big red button will be hit for NAVI into the next.
The first one was the best one.
It might be the man having the drop there. You can see the residual cash he's left over. Simple obviously gets a couple more liberties to be taken, and FaZe are just sticking to the same script.
Not hating.
Made it out, see what they're up to, take the map control.
This is good.
They've got it down to a science now. Quasi-buy for NAVI, not interested in full investment for round 8. And again, Chad, we've seen this before, significant threatening damage dealt before the final commitment.
Well, look where the gap is right now. They can almost waltz on up, just one smoke, have nothing to worry about as they...
He stands there again. This time he's going to get punished.
So maybe they want to test
Don't you get it? You're going to get fucking grenaded and flashed.
Bomb on his back, thinks better of that. Oh, nade looks good, and that's a shot and a bit. Sits rain down, a weapon tantalizingly close, but another body down. Defensive smoke just for survival now and retrieval. Said about bit.
Shoot back!
It does take another body.
Problem here.
They have to plant. They are into the site, established, but with a man advantage for NAVI, still 7 rounds.
They still win this round.
Passed without any NAVI resistance.
Easily win this round.
Is this where things change, or can FaZe fight?
Unlucky timing for the upper there.
It's up to keineahnungking. Brokey does hit the shot, and keineahnungking good for the headshot now, running out of options. And that'll do! That'll do nicely!
Wait, you thought NAVI was gonna win that? Really? Come on.
And we see the score if you've just joined us. Yes, this is reality. Map 1 of your grand finals here at the PGL Major Antwerp 2022. And FaZe are 8-0 up. This is the reality we live in.
This could be the change right here. We spoke about it. The AWP to come out for Simple. Half's already been won. FaZe have done more than enough here. Anything else is the cherry on top, but we need some resistance from NAVI now.
Who else but Simple to try and change the dialogue?
What?
Another setup shift. Trying every trick in the book just to get off of that goose egg.
So they're trying to take a fight here. This is the first time they're actually trying to lock down mid. They know that Arch has been that weakness.
This guy is always sitting in weird fucking places.
He can flash from this position as well. We've seen.
Surprised he's not buying the fucking Zeus in apartments.
Still with vision. Still no bloodshed. It's
what are you looking at?
He is a big game player. The Des discussed it too out of electronic. Might need more out of him though. Decisions to be made. And it's a big one out of Robs. Stops electronic from building further. Distinct disadvantage only extended as Bits does strike. It's Brokey up against the odds.
What?
One luxury is the
that
bomb
Molotov?
standing in his way.
What is that Molotov?
Is the goat himself.
If he were standing there, he would have killed you as soon as he heard Molotov sound.
And there you have it. NAVI break their silence. And it starts with electronic.
So we have to see a kill out of Boomage here if you want the bad news report that's coming out for NAVI. That is the changing of the tide. They do invest into the AWP. They do find traction, but it wasn't really with the AWP. It was with the rifles locking this down top mid. But it was the stance that was different. Right? They weren't giving so much space. They were happy to defend, and there's Simple finishing the round on fear. The
one round.
Things a couple more of those necessary for NAVI if they want to break
this.
They
still have shit money, so they have 2 FAMASas.
Yeah, they got plenty of cash to splash.
They're gonna get fucked here, probably.
Cautious. Twist has a little idea as to aggression. Wants to try and punish on a tiny slither of smoke, but now already replaced.
Done a lot here, right? They've already been able to draw out smokes. Boomage is going to signal the fact he has this FAMAS over towards B.
clear intent now. FaZe looking to show that that single round was just a flash in the pan. And regular scheduled programming ready to return for round 10. Look at where the bomb is, though. This is all just smoke and mirrors. There's another smoke,
yeah,
That's
just
another
drawing
smoke.
out. This is all this is about, just drawing the util out. Simple stuff from FaZe. Yes, spotted. Electronic still selling the dome of the head. Just to be very careful. He's scooped up now. Time 45 seconds on the clock. FaZe will show indications now where they do want to finish this round. What's the closer going to be?
NAVI flying relatively blind here. No answers top. Banana. Rain just crawls on out. He evades the first spray of Bit, and he is ready, but so are NAVI. Simple on long, one down, only Rops really, and he's gone two. Simple. Cuts them off with a pass, and on the cross, Carrigan joins them. Brokey, dead to rights. 10 seconds, he wants to die and will. A triple out of Simple.
I feel like that should have hit.
They've been focusing on him, still finds himself at the very tippy top.
It's quite clear they're still trying to play with that rotation. They throw a B fake, right? You could see FaZe what they're trying to do. They're just trying to keep NAVI moving. The B fake right there is to draw Simple or whoever the arch rotator is over towards B. Nobody moves, right? NAVI have adjusted. They've said, let's sit back, let's wait. Let's let the fight come to us. We won't create these gaps. Simple shuts them down. So great stuff here as we are getting into the thick of things now. This is the opportunity to break the bank balance. A big round for NAVI coming ahead. If they can deny this plan, if they can make sure there's no saves, they'll set themselves up to claw this half back to be respectable. Caught him out. Just caught him out. Just walks on up. Robs. How's he find a gap like that? They've been watching it every other time, and now it's Boobage turn. He needs a kill.
And he will find it!
What the fuck?
Twists. First time we've seen him punished for his adventures early up the banana. You can see there is a hidden smoke to be retrieved.
Not sure how much that's going to do. FaZe might get a move on right now. They've got the kill they're looking for.
There's
more
pace.
intent.
There is a lot of pace behind them here.
Look at the gap. There's such a massive hole right now. It needs to be filled by Simple. He's going to have to do this alone.
Yeah, he's been called upon here. Nice contribution out of Electronic, but FaZe still stubborn. On the way in, a shot goes punished, and it's up to Perfecto. Carrigan refuses to die. A 2-on-2. A battle of wits and fortitude.
Double off.
Blind. Time starts to tick. Favor of FaZe. Robs responsible. 2 orbs. Chad, what are they up to? They can't miss these shots. And he has. Robs doesn't. Just the one, and that'll do. Robs and Carrigan, 5 kills between the two of them. 9 T rounds here on Inferno.
Kind of wonder that opening kill from Robs. It didn't even feel real that it was happening because he was just walking out Boiler alone. You can see some risks being taken now. That opening kill is what threw this round into a bit of a tailspin. It created the gap on A, then the fight went down towards B. That's a massive response right there from FaZe. I still can't believe that Robs just walked out mid and took that fight. That is wild, but Simple. Just to try and level the field here, looking for an opener immediately. He's going to be sent packing by a flash in space. Liberty's now FaZe. They're trying to take a lot more room. They know they can turn the heat up on NAVI now.
Yeah, they've found their mojo. NAVI still chasing it. It's been a dynamic feel to this FaZe clan.
It means that NAVI can never be caught sleeping on any of these choke points. You just have to love what they're throwing their way.
They never play apartments ever.
Yeah, the spanner in the works with these dry walkouts. We saw Rain try it earlier. Rob's got away with it. And with these walkouts, it's just going to keep NAVI in a position where they can't gamble, they can't hedge. They have
they always just give away apartments control. They don't care about it.
Util, that must force Electronic out. He's blind, burning, Simple the same. Look at the damage. And he's gone. Hungry for the repeat. And it is a deadly sin. Greed gets Simple. Bit
actually 1G.
Got a lot to do with a very less than ideal buy. Still brings Carrigan low. But Brokey so far forward and Bit stubborn on the defense. What is that from Carrigan? Tracers reveal him. They're so close to one another. This is all hanging by a thread, and it's Electronic. sets NAVI up for collection. Can they really find a way in? Is there anything to be said for FaZe Clan? 10 seconds is all they have to work with, and there's a setup, one and done. Brokey can't get to the bomb, and NAVI make it 3.
Well handled now, but the best they can get is 6 here. Look, and I said the best they can get is 6. We know that NAVI can have a vicious T-side too, but we're just seeing them work into things. Bit of an odd one there from Simple, right? Caught off by that molly. You can see this here. He doubted the spread. He doubted the spread. Runs across, peeks back, licks in the final moments there and gives the opener to Rain, but not enough for FaZe to get on the board. And look what has happened now to FaZe. These close rounds, the nature in which they have unfolded. That's a bit of a financial situation right now. They're going to have to sit back, hold on to their pennies. The opportunity now for NAVI to build back.
Pressure is felt by everyone, Chad. It's just a matter of how they react to it.
Conversation now for FaZe is about not losing the momentum going into the second half. You want to try and keep this tit for tat. You don't just want to lose the last 3-4 rounds consecutively here. You want to make sure that you're competitive, you're keeping the fight up, they're close. Yeah,
I mean, best case, we get to see a bomb plan and a couple of kills, but I don't know who to look and call upon for that.
Yeah, and it's just the same from FaZe here. This is what we saw from Heroic versus NAVI just the other day. Stalled out, very slow Inferno.
Ooh, that's a little naughty, but it's more hopeful than anything. And that might take hope away. Ooh.
Yeah, don't jump down because he throws a grenade. You've already been hit. Keep doing what you're doing. What the fuck?
Just making sure any of our newer viewers know what Inferno looks like. The nooks and crannies.
They're taking our time, exploring the entire map. Not only that, but they're trying to bait out some of this CT util, force them into a rebuy in the next, and that's why it's this very pokey little play with the pistols. Show their face, drop back, and then eventually run into the meat grinder. Simple's going to get the first here. Perfecto and Boomage over towards B to do some damage. Boomage and Perfecto going to lock this one down and through the smoke. Swiss gets one. But that'll be it as Boomage. He's going to be happy with that. A couple of eco kills to get him up to 3 in total. Needs to get his confidence going. Boomage has been fantastic for this team once they've made it to the playoffs here. He's been extremely mobile as an in-game leader across the map, impact frags, so want to get him online. Could be looking at something a little bit more pacey here, Alex.
1 second.
Just taking note, taking stock of the purchases that FaZe are starting to equip here. Timeout taken for NAVI. The second opportunity. I think Blade knows that if they can get to that 6 mark, they're still in this map. It is not done just yet. Started bleak, started absolutely miserable for NAVI. That pressure point of Arch time and time again. Hemorrhaging rounds, but right now they're back in it.
Yeah, Blade, somewhat of a savant for Counter-Strike, and now probably just making sure with his abacus that everyone is on the same page as to what can be coming their way.
It's a bit curious if they're going to be expecting a buy like this. So he's trying to get, they're trying to get the most out of this before it gets too out of control here. It's curious if they want to use pace behind this.
Brokey is good with the off, but I think Forsen deserves the upper belt.
Upper belt. Have to hope for a couple of good flashes here, but a set piece definitely on the line. Check that radar out. 4 players for FaZe, quickly making their way up second mid. This is one of the pocket strats you need if you want to win a major grand final.
6.
4 members of FaZe Clan Stampede. Simple has to receive double flame. Smoke for more pressure, but cool that off.
That's huge. That is massive from NAVI right there. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that is all the investment in utility gone for FaZe immediately.
Look,
that was
a
pocket strat. Yeah, they were hoping to get away with a lot of space. That actually means a lot. NAVI have just stalled them out completely here. They have to come up with something on the fly.
Wow, there was 5 smokes.
What the fuck?
Bloom in the opening 10 seconds, and there's more replacing that.
These flashes here that Brokey are lining up is perfect. Try and get a bit of a waterfall strat coming out, but they will need to get past 3.
Why the fuck did he do that?
Electronica hard to break, and Simple's there as well.
3 players, 3 flashbangs.
Oh, you see that? That's the Forsen strat.
Absolutely perfect here. If NAVI aren't blind, there's no way in for FaZe. They're just going to get shut out of this.
Yeah, but Rain is going to be the one to
holy shit!
Last.
What an idiot, Jesus Christ.
And here comes the commit, lots of flashes.
I definitely would not have done that.
Simple, 1 back, hard shot, the Rain! Shuts down Simple, long range. FaZe with a cobbled together buy, Mac 10s, a single rifle, pistols. break into the A site, and Boomich and Perfecto just have to sit back.
Another save.
I can't speak to how ridiculous that is. Navi negated the initial onslaught. They had a strat that they wanted to run from spawn. You don't see that too often. We've been seeing default spreads.
They have one more round.
That right there was a strat straight from spawn. You can see the nature behind it. The smoke's already in the air. Molotovs, multiple Molotovs from Navi come out top mid, and you think that's done. That's completely over right here. But Brokey, we saw him in that position before, and you saw how good those flashes are. They're meant to waterfall over as your players are jumping out of apartments. If that pit player wants to fight, he's going to get wiped. And that's exactly what happened. Bomb goes off again, and FaZe. What a half this has been.
So for the first rounds, we witnessed Simple being the target. Those flashes have Electronics' name written all over them.
Yeah, that was beautiful stuff right there. The fact that they were able to pull something out of their back pocket after the initial strategy didn't work. I'm loving this. You can see the flashes here perfectly highlighted. They continue to come on over. A couple of them. You can see in the feed, Brokey getting flash assist there, and that's exactly what you want from a strat like that. That is the pressure now turned up on NAVI.
Flash position.
Saved gun Shaw. A couple of line fights around this here. I said 9-6 would be all right. 11-4 sounds absolutely miserable here for NAVI.
Yeah, it's looking ludicrous. Boomich, though, this is what he does best. A double out of Boom.
Is Malvin
and Boom.
And range bull.
And the final round of this first half, they do get the opportunity to at least remedy this defense. Hall 5 does seem like it is a must. Carragher just forced to sit back and watch as his 3 remaining compatriots.
They really should have taken back Banana though, because now they know.
Out of this round.
Now they know they're coming A. Like, I don't understand.
NAVI seem to have a good idea as to where they're coming from.
Why not we take Banana and then go A if you want to go A?
It was Rain before. Can he possibly find a way in
Another
again?
4 stack too.
Now. Couple of missed shots. It's still Simple. Only 1 out of Rain. And NAVI hold on to the reins. It's Brokey tagged up and body bagged as well.
Not knifing.
To 10.
All right, recovery here. Of the last 7 rounds of play, NAVI were able to pick up 5. So when you look at it that way, a bit of momentum in their favor, but it's had to be extremely hard rounds that they're converting here. Not been easy whatsoever. Great half out of Brokey, 16 kills to his name, leading the charge, even though that arch side was targeted time and time again. Simple, of course, 14 to his name. And finally, a bit more proactive play out of NAVI there, right? Actually barreling down Banana. Before that, it was very passive. They were just waiting for FaZe, hoping that they would come with quickness.
Good one, Mr.
For
Force.
NAVI here. We know that, Inferno can be a bit of a weakness. Teams do like to target from time to time.
Oh,
yeah, and FaZe
excuse me.
that they're coming in possessed. 8-0 for a start. 10-5
Still less ball movement and less epic than a normal Forsen intro. Oh,
this is a big one. Whipping. Superstar with the advanced pistol for these long-range jewels. The USP favored in most of those, but the gap closing quick. Anticipation grows. The Sport Palace know just as well as we do. This pistol has a lot riding on it for NAVI. Map 1 of our grand finals.
Some intentional steps right there, just giving away a sound cue or two, letting them know. Flash on over, information for Rain, and what a shot. Boomich, he's down and more for Rain.
Anyone else want to challenge out Rain?
Don't be
Robs, he's got a back turn, it's hard to hit, and Electronics slaps him down. Pressure mounting as they look to bounce and bound into the A site.
They can still cut off the bomb here. Carragher might have the right maneuver about this.
It's not bad at all. And Simple doesn't even click as he's silenced by Rain. Back and forth we go. They're tossling for control.
Don't miss the bomb.
Wrestling in a 3-on-3. 40 seconds. T-side. They got the bomb in the open, courtesy of Rain. His heart beating as he's taken 3 out of the equation, and he's not done yet. Oh, what a shot out of it. But Rain still presides over that bomb. Trying every trick to recover. It has to be Rain. Looking for it. Oh, the ace. The ace. You doubted him. And he continues. The was wrong.
Amazing.
When Carragher and FaZe need him the most. NAVI head in hand. in the first round of play in the second half.
NAVI
Look at this, all
days.
5 for Harvard Nygaard. It had to be him. No one else was hitting the shots.
That's absurd right there. The fact it comes down to a 1-on-2 and Rain's already done all the hard work just to get them to that point. Massive stuff. If NAVI thought they had any hope in that pistol,
what you gonna do when they come
ruined
for
their
you?
day.
Simple.
NAVI is getting a butt fuck right now.
He's looking to put on a clinic.
Forcing deagles.
Looking to break the rules.
He's trying to take this on himself, right? With a purchase like this, he has to find something. He can't go down without a fight. Light investment, sure.
Finally, my new bag of popcorn is ready.
This type of a buy feels off script. They're
Let's not
all their
overdo
exit
it.
to this basket. He's going to have a limper
One
purchase
popcorn
going
bag
forward
a
in the
day.
rounds. Smoked off, denied, perfect stuff. You don't want to task with that one. Another
Sure
smoke
is
top mid,
enough.
continuing to block, and it won't be wanting to walk through that grey screen.
Harvey looking a little stuck here. Electronic respects the utility. Carrigan maintains the futility of this round. They will fall 1 by 1. Jumped on. And that's a lot of cash injected into the FaZe Clan bank
Not
account.
even
600
one
bucks
kill,
per
man.
frag on the
Huh?
SMG.
But you all bought Deagles.
The unarmored
Surely
NAVI,
Deagles
no
are
match.
good, right? No.
NAVI are out of
They are
sorts right
fucking
now.
not.
That purchase from Simple there, the question is, will he
Maybe
get
if
donated
they
an
had
AK?
a
It's
bad
most
month,
likely that someone will drop him an AK and
they
he'll
would've
give
been
on
able to
over
frag
a,
someone.
okay, maybe not. Going to see something a little different coming out here.
Great mistake.
But FaZe are handling this. The game plan so far has been perfect. Even in situations like that, knowing to take the space late, not early, denying those pistols the chance to take the room for free. But right here, deep mid smokes, nades come on through. No real damage to find here, just to be chipped away.
Finally, a fast round on
behind the
fucking
util.
B. Show him
A lot
how
of
it's
liberties
done,
and a lot of
Navi.
room here.
Yeah, that's a
Show
lot
him
of
how it's
space.
done.
Quick. You can see Brokey is going to be the third
Or
banner
not.
to arrive upon the site. Retake smoke. Util to rain in. The flames will force you back or forward. Make a choice. Extendering to spread immediate smoke in response. They will stand in.
Why are you molotoving there?
Constantly contested piece of territory.
Such a useless molo.
And it seems
You
FaZe
paid
Clan
400 for that.
feel they've done enough. They have Rain ready to preside.
It was not CT.
The opportunity. Oh, lots of damage. Carrigan though, he's got his MP9, and it may be all he needs. Ducks, dodges, dips back. It's boom. A necessary frag. Rotates are going to be hard here, and already it's been that cuts one down.
All right.
Robs maintains presence on Banana.
They should. CT should win this.
Encroaching now. Opportunity still ripe for a FaZe 13.
They have Galuls and they have shit HP.
I don't see a kid.
This retake should be easy for CT.
They're running
Like,
out of time.
Easy.
They are running out of time, and especially now, Perfecto.
They're both 1 HP. You have the
Robs'
info.
ambitions change now. He's not looking for the round. He wants NAVI to go down with the ship. He knows things are tight, Chad.
Smart play from Robs here. There's no way out. If they're going to try and run out, they're going to have to run past him here. He can get both of these kills with ease, but the round is NAVI's. Robs
Now
gets the
you feel
reaction from the
stupid,
crowd,
huh?
but
You
NAVI
could've
get
done
the
the
6
round.
notched onto
Come
the
on.
scoreboard there. Still a 6-round difference.
defusing.
And you're exactly right. Knowing the financial damage that's going to come through with a round like that. Still an opportunity here for FaZe to finish this quickly. Right
No
now, they're
kit.
not in a
There
good
was a
place.
kit on site.
The fact that they were able to trade out onto that site quite efficiently, I thought that Carrigan did a lot there. It was the kill from Bit down Banana that was key. Stalled it out the low HP. Perfecto with a couple of big frags to his name. Both teams still able to get to a bye because it was a bonus from FaZe. They had a lot of SMGs. Now they're into a lot more rifles here. Let's see if the script is going to be flipped.
This battle of utility, so many nades leaving hands, and it's aggression. Oh, what a shot! Rain catches Electronic just as he leaps over the half wall. A quick reaction. The NAVI chants begin again as fans start to believe. Not gonna be easy. In somewhat of a hole are NAVI.
see how worried they are here. They didn't have full map control, so the fact that Simple is being that diligent. We're unawares of what FaZe are currently set up with. It's a 2-2 spread. Util's light here for NAVI.
Oh, it's not well placed. Just gets away from it, relatively unscathed.
Lack of information for FaZe here. They are in the dark. No information top mid, no information banana at all.
Oh, this is going to be a real tight one for these two. 4-on-4, it's easy to find that number advantage in your commitment as that T side.
Broky's been great. 18 kills. He needs a couple more here if they want to test his side of the map.
18, top of the server. NAVI have to get into this bomb side. What a shot out of it. That's Galil.
That was actually sick.
Yeah, he's got to activate. He's tucking in. And that's a free one. Needs more. They are entering the site. A well-placed nade doesn't quite catch Perfecto. And another successful take of the site. 3-on-3. Wounded a FaZe. How are you supposed to crack back into the site? Crossfires have been established. Bit to peek off of contact, but it may not be necessary. Simple finds Carrigan on the crawl through. And some of the sharpest tools now on the way back in. It's going to be hectic. Back. He knows Bit's graveyard, but running out of time. That's one, and it's Perfecto.
Fall back.
Secures the round for NAVI.
Really well done there. That was the kill onto Broky, right? Opens up the site, gives them an opportunity to wrap on in. And look, a little bit worrisome there in the final stages, but FaZe, now they have to ask themselves a couple of questions. Pinching pennies this time, but it's going to be on the other side of the server on this defense. We saw them have to take an eco late within that first half. They're going to have to do it early within this second. Clawing back into this now in NAVI. And they're doing it with a different pace. It's not this slow default spread. They're actually charging up Banana. So when we talk about the game plan of FaZe in the first half, it was outside. Clearly NAVI think Banana is somewhere they can pressure early.
Unlike Counter-Strike,
Rops can do here.
He wants to be a crowd favorite, does Rops.
Saw plenty of that in the show match, Rops.
Dark corridor.
No revolvers here, though.
Dark corridors.
Certainly a few Counter-Strike cowboys. Rain. Oh, that's juicy. He's caught electronic.
Dust 2B. Oh.
They're saving their pennies and really should have no voice in this round whatsoever. But what is that? Simple catches one. Carrigan's hit another on the USP. Hey, it has to be Perfecto to pick up the pieces. They got plenty of time. It still has to be a NAVI round. Oh, more damage. Palms a little sweaty now as they do want to get that bomb down. Another big one out of Perfecto at this point. And it loses its potency, albeit foreboding, threatening from FaZe. Perfecto has put them down.
It doesn't matter how NAVI are getting these rounds on the board, but you're right, Perfecto, that's the name we have to keep on saying.
Ah,
a lot of these situations where it's getting tight, his rounds are being key. And the kills that he's been able to pick up.
Pull out the Forsen build here. That can't be a good position though. Why is he not standing next to the wall instead? Ah, come on, audience.
Hey, there it is. Kaboom! Perfectly timed by the crowd on that one. Bomb goes off, round on the board for the difference here as NAVI starting to mount a bit of a comeback, starting to make this one interesting.
Oh, more than interesting, Chad. I think this is where FaZe, they thought they were about to just putt it in.
Well, we all know the woes that FaZe have had on this map once upon a time. We're going to go back 4 long years. The Boston Major.
I'd argue, I don't think it feels like long years for Carrigan. Just seeing him compose himself on the stage. Rain was alongside for that as well. To be so close to that trophy.
Yeah, let's get a gun round here on this CT side.
Well, if they lose this round, it's going to be very, very tied up.
Take the fights much earlier than FaZe did.
They have no more money.
Doesn't feel quite right to be saying exactly that.
3 rounds in consecutive fashion out of NAVI. Can they build further into it? It's FaZe that look to.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
Utility here, right? So they are going to have to take a couple of these glances with their bodies, put their bodies on the line, not just be able to defend with utility alone. They softened up this B site early. It is very susceptible right now to a full execute. The way that they're postured here tells me...
What is that?
Okay.
Boomage.
I was
Not
about to say that it
bad,
might
not
have to be a bit of
bad,
a save
I
if
must
they walk into
admit.
this B site. And now that
That
they've got
was
that
decent.
freebie, maybe it'll have to be exactly that.
Oh no. A horrible death to stomach for Carrigan. Just a reaction speed test out of Boomage. And there's more to come, way more to come.
Good
Defensive
smoke,
there
good
towards
smoke.
that short side, trying to corral them here over into Twister.
I don't like this position, it's pretty bad.
Potent pairing. Good nade.
Pushing, better,
Bystander
better.
charging in. He wants more, and he'll take them both! My God! Simple does manage to keep control only for a moment, and back and forth, trading blows, both wounded and low. And 20 seconds, NAVI need to get into that
He
site.
saw that the bomb was in the
Ray
middle,
knows it,
so...
as does Brokey. It's the bomb on the back of Perfecto. Can he get into the site? The answer is given. No!
Maybe
Brokey.
cover.
Big time! Oh my God, it's a dual plan. Makes
No
an executive
faking, no
decision
faking.
Just in time, he will get it down. Young can't stand tall. On the biggest of stages, he can. Oh, yes, he can. 9 for NAVI. A triple kill out of bit, but the last one means the most. As FaZe
Come to
fans
Brazil.
back to the doldrums of economic despair.
Show us this one again. Look at the time on the clock. As Vid walks out, he gets that opener. That's the bomb drop. 9 seconds, gets the kill, picks it up at 8 seconds, starts planting. Brokey's pivoted too far back. The bomb goes down, and problems for FaZe now.
19 years of age. How many 19-year-olds are in this stadium today?
Kind
And
of
one
weird
of them
question.
does that for NAVI.
Real problems for FaZe now. This comeback is on.
Oh yes, like Donkey Kong. Bye-bye, Carrigan and Ray.
That was weird.
Sent back to spawn. A well-placed nade, chips away. Unconfirmed, electronic and simple.
And a 19-year-old grills in
Slightly
the
tickled,
audience.
It's no laughing matter for FaZe Clan.
So I need to discuss what the game plan for FaZe can be going forward here. We had this same conversation with NAVI in the first half. They were getting blanked. Remember that 8-0 start? It was fantastic from FaZe. Their T side was looking well-oiled, well-drilled. Now the same thing for NAVI. It hasn't been as clean. In a couple of closer rounds, they've needed the individuals to battle them out. But remember,
NAVI
it was the
really,
AWP when it came
really
out for
pulling
simple
off this,
is when NAVI
T
eventually
side.
started getting rounds on the board. And now, it wasn't necessarily through his kills early, but it was through the way that they approached the rounds. They're a bit more forward. They were ready to fight. Now the Brokey has
I
kept
think
himself
the problem
residual
here
cash here. We should see the same
is
adjustment being made
that
from FaZe.
Brookie can never
There's so
afford
many
his AWP.
candidates that we
I've been
discussed for
here
NAVI,
as a
like
professional
Simple, I mean, amazing
AWP
that
only
he managed to
user.
go from 13th or
When
something
you don't
crazy
have
to
any,
tournament
when
to
you have rounds,
number
then you
one, now
fucking
rivaling
snowball
that
like a
of Bits,
motherfucker,
who's
like
been
we saw on
in
CT's
incredible form.
on their T side. But when
Same
you don't
form by
have
which he
money,
dominated
then
in
it snowballs
Stockholm.
the other way, because then you have to like fucking buy MP9s and shit for your teammates and like fucking hustle to get like a round going. They need to fucking
two-round
full
deficit
eco.
now,
Now he
Chad.
has the AWP probably.
FaZe's funds just where they
Tactical
need
pause.
to be.
This is the first time out
Can
here
I
at
please
FaZe.
buy
Right? This is
the
the first
AWP
time they're going to
team?
have a conversation. The Des talked about
Okay,
it. They don't have a
that's
coach
fine.
behind them, right? They've got the manager there. Unfortunately, Robin can't be here with the team.
He
But
buys the AWP.
Carrigan, he's got a massive.
He buys the
strain on those
decoy!
shoulders. He's going to be able to come up with
It's
some solution.
the
to
Forsen
this.
build!
As forecast,
bought a
looks like
decoy.
Rowan's going to be bringing out the big green.
You see? I knew it! I knew I was onto something. You were all making fun of my decoy up build.
Close to
Look
an
now,
ideal
he buys
85
in
for
a
both
grand
squads.
finals.
On 23rd round
PGL
of play, now
major.
just a two-round
He buys
gap.
up decoy. I fucking told you. I bought a decoy. Man can love this
Like
guy
he's got some
now.
intent. And supported by the framework of utility. He's already
Let's see how
up.
if he knows how to
Last
use
time
the
he
decoy.
Tried his luck, boom, knocked him down. Same state of play. At least repelled the first test out of NAVI here.
But look at how NAVI are rerouting right now. This is very telling that they want to try something on the other side of the map here. Right, they've been able to pressure FaZe, force out that utility a lot earlier. They're in the dark. This is fantastic for NAVI. That B pressure throughout this half has been phenomenal. And now they can chop and change now change the tide of the rounds here. Another smoke deployed over towards A. That's going to be the final smoke here. Nothing left for FaZe to defend with the grey screen. They're going to have to get it done with bullets.
Yeah, not short on individual prowess, Chad, our FaZe clan.
This is on Robs here.
And they are charging into Rob. One and done. Low on electronic. That should be finished by Twist, and he's done it. Brokey alongside for the ride, running out of players.
Get up your decoy, man. Use it.
It's only Perfecto. Baits the shot. Beautiful move. And a great headshot.
Oh!
In the flames. Falls to his own.
That's what you get for not using the decoy.
Started to conjure a little something magic there, but falls foul to his own flame. 30.
Summit would be proud.
Yeah. Wasn't on that major grand final stage, though.
Fantastic stuff from Brokey. Brings out the AWP. They deal with it, and you can see the change there. Timeout back from NAVI here. Coach Blade on the mic. This comeback was looking good. Now starting to get in hot water. 3 more rounds for FaZe to pick up map number 1. We've got Nuke waiting in the wings as map 2. Ancient as the 3rd and final decider if we do need it.
It's quite the map haul.
FaZe might have to make some adjustments here, right? They've noted now, more often than not, that it's fast banana play. Consistently charging up the multiple Molotovs to make sure they can't play sandbag, they can't play mouth the banana. Room taken off them here, and well, here's the little bit of a oopsie from Perfecto in the flames. Goes on down, does get that kill.
Oopsie.
Getting fired up our FaZe. Looks to be same again here, same utility to be deployed top banana.
Oh, what?
Will leave a mark, blind on retreat.
How?
They do elope.
Was it double grenade? I didn't see.
Still, it's Perfecto. Even though he caught that flag, he finds himself at the front of the pack, changing that now. Rain wants answers, gets some more than an answer. He gets ahead, and he's not done. He goes for the full commit and gives away the advantage immediately upon acquisition.
Look at this.
Robs wants to change that again.
No, look.
Oh, head on a swivel. There's so many options here, and he started to find some safety.
It's been spotted.
Look at the angle adopted by Electronic. He should be cut short, and is.
That's a nice
NAVI have solved the mystery.
It's on Twist right now.
Oh my God! Look at how many are encroaching onto Twist location. This is so tantalizing. They don't know! And Twist only gets the one! A quick react out of it. And that will be enough. That will be enough to return us to that 2-round
kind
gap.
of an awkward spot to
FaZe are having real issues with this.
Yeah.
Over towards Banana, they're having a tough time of things. They tried aggression this time round. It hasn't worked. And right now for Carrigan, you're going to have to wonder, what can we do differently? Because if your A anchors aren't getting the job done when they're coming to their site, then that's big issues. If they're coming towards B and they're brutalizing with utility like they're putting pressure on shore, this might have to fall to Brokey to take some aggressive stances with the AWP here.
Push apartments with 2 people.
NAVI are consistently getting that bomb
They go
down.
every time apartments. Just kill the guy who tries to take control over apartments with 2. Buy a fucking Mag 7. Buy a fucking Zeus. What the fuck?
Box bonus now in the favor of FaZe. So as far as the buys go, they can do this save by. At least they can stay competitive down the home stretch. But if NAVI pull this one back, we had a massive first half haul from FaZe. This was their game to lose. The fact that they win the pistol, Rain gets that ace, looking absolutely phenomenal right now. They get the conversion in the second.
But this is the CT side.
It should be easier for them right here, but they're having a tough time of things as again, NAVI, they want to continue to test this. Brokey with the AWP takes a shot, is going to be pushed off the line. That utility, it's so overwhelming, and now they know the AWP's here.
They're getting away with it every time. Confirm again, the AWP did not relocate. How? Well, both of these T sides from FaZe and NAVI are like so imposing.
I don't want to block their sponsors because
Util from NAVI. Still plenty of it.
It would be unfair.
Still up. Carrigan staring at a grey screen. Flames rattle in. This Twists the crossfire with his leader to hold and respond to this mid-control. Ouch! Carrigan goes wide. And his eyes fade to black. Electronic May have actually screwed that up a little. Looks good though. Large smoke presence from NAVI. They are really slowly strangling this FaZe clan defense. Can they find any way to disrupt this, or are FaZe going to fall yet again to this NAVI execute?
My cam and your brain has something in common.
Biding their time. Rotator coming. Bronx looks for something, and he just gets led straight between the eyes. Another headshot added to the tally of bit, and just as simple as that. Can they maintain? Looks like Simple. He wants to take more away, will pay the price.
Classic Simple.
Brokey with the information that they are continuing to try and force the issue. Take everything away from FaZe.
Has to be a little bit careful here. It's not like NAVI are out of the water. They can't put too many bodies at this. They might just contain them to B, make sure that they can't leave the site. You can see here from Electronic, they don't want anything else to do with this, but this is fantastic work from NAVI now. They're understanding the setup, how to deal with it. FaZe are throwing every trick in the book right now NAVI's way. Like that right there was mid-retake utility. You saw that smoke dribble over top mid. They were going for mid-retake utility. NAVI had the perfect response. Drop a defensive Molotov, they can't push up porch side. You only have to worry about long side, they get that kill. And they get the round.
The chicken will die. No, not.
This is going to be a story of two T sides.
It's going to get more brawly now. Right? I think the FaZe have to start taking a couple bit more liberties in fights they want to take. Maybe take 3 towards B, extinguish the utility coming their way, barrel down Banana, take a fight. Be a bit more aggressive in halls, in boiler, try and find that pick on the lurker towards second mid. Because right now, it's not the same fashion in the way that FaZe were able to pick up their T rounds, but NAVI are doing similar scenes. They're getting control of the map much earlier, and then they're applying this pressure to FaZe, and the individuals, they're not standing up right now.
Big round of play.
Yeah.
Boomich, blind, catching nades, catching flak. He's already very, very low, but still FaZe fly their flag. Top Banana. Oh, what a flash. No punish. Carrigan that wants answers again. Rain tucked in close, hoping.
How much damage do you deal with M4 through that wall? This wall here on the right.
NAVI have been so stubborn.
3 damage. 0
That's
damage.
a little loopsy. We do see.
Really?
Starting to run out of the additional utility.
Yeah, they've just forced out so much early here. Sure, Rain has a little bit left over. It's the best they have to boast right now is NAVI. They are looking threatening here. Grouped up, ready to go.
I didn't know it dealt 0 damage. Can you AK it? No.
First map of the PGL Major Grand Final. #1 versus #2. Reigning champs release the nades.
Only AWP and Scout. Alright. And obviously auto sniper.
Keeping them guessing. Carrigan thinking it through, may have overthought it as here they come. It's Twist and Rain. Nice headshot. Rain finding 2 on the entrance. It's a third out of Rain.
Come on,
but it's not done yet. Bits makes it so. Bomb needs to be planted. Can they contest? Oh, he saves them as well. It becomes a 2-on-2. This is winnable despite the heroics of Rain.
He does have AWP
NAVI pulls back into the fray.
Retaking this
from
bomb site.
and
I
Bit.
should know.
It's the A players now from FaZe trying to find a way back in. Oh,
what is that smoke?
Bad smoke. On the hunt. Perfecto,
yeah, you gotta go in.
Of this retake, and he still stands up. A second, and that'll do. NAVI recover.
Really good save, like instantaneous save there instead of going for the trade.
Still for nothing.
Very good play.
3 kills from a B defender, Chad, and it does not translate into a round.
Again, Perfecto. I can't stop saying his name, right? Those impact kills late. If Carrigan swings on out, spams him through the box, the bomb gets dropped, there's no time left. Perfecto here is the safe pair of hands that NAVI need in this comeback.
You saw Bit's health as well. If Perfecto isn't as precise as
it's
this
one here.
Look at that shot.
That's such a huge kill.
She looked pretty young though.
Perfecto refuses to surrender. Will not bow out of this, and we're all tied up. All tied up after an explosive start from FaZe. NAVI, they have found their footing. Perfecto 22.
Huh? How's that?
And it's Brokey who puts him down this time. Quick clawed back.
What are you talking about?
In this battle for Banana, endlessly waging on. And there's pressure being applied all over the map. Electronic flirting with the fading smoke and finds nobody home. This is early to be having so much of this territory. A well-placed molly, but it's Rob. Slips off, another from Brokey. 2 in the round on that defensive orb. Maybe 4. The Twist has gone down, and he's gone down as well. Bit! Drive-by onto Brokey. And Carrigan.
Specifically your mama.
Demanded to clutch, or NAVI will seize control and take the lead on Inferno. Spotted. Crawls through, and it's one of the two.
That was a good headshot though.
Stands supreme. How many times has he been the last alive?
Alright, FaZe, it's time to stop giving away 10 rounds in a row, huh?
Feels strange to say this, but it's FaZe individuals on the CT side. They're not stepping up with the multi-kills they require. They're knocking on the door, they're coming into their bomb sites, but they're not able to convert multiple kills.
Okay,
one is not enough because the trading right
you
now
have
is
to
better
play
from
overtime
NAVI.
now. If you force
They're
buy,
playing as a
I'm
unit, they're believing in this comeback,
face.
and they are getting fired up. Look at Simple there, 14-13 now. NAVI take the lead. An 8-0 start for FaZe, it means nothing, as NAVI want to rip this one away.
This could be heartbreaking considering how close, how ridiculously close FaZe felt. And on the CT side, no less now. A nervous gulp for this international roster as they can feel it slipping away. Simple again finds the opening. It's not a pretty buy. It's the best they could muster. They've rifled behind the sofa cushions, come up with nothing more than a couple of pistols. A singular MP9 Carrigan with just a CZ. And a whole squad chasing him.
Ooh, so lucky.
2 on a pistol.
So lucky.
Is there really something to be said about round 28? There shouldn't be. Brokey.
This is actually winnable. It's not favored, but it's winnable.
Fade down. Smoke down.
They still haven't planted.
NAVI need it.
And he's waiting.
Got the time to think it through. Wait for the smoke.
He knows that they have to cover the guy planting.
To be seen.
And then he pushes.
Apart from this one right here. Oh, you rarely see a T side adopt that. It's given time though for Robs to be someone of a late arrival. Oh, he needed that and Bit again bests him. Now the plant safe enough. Only a P250 and that's NAVI up to 15. 2 map points.
Scary, 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 scary. Alright,
Just so steady here under pressure every single time. It looks like NAVI might be in a bit of trouble here. They just bail themselves out, they look calm, they hit the brakes, they wait, they hit the necessary shots at FaZe, they can't find anything.
Can I get a quick fist, Mr. Forks? Yes. Delivered.
They make it interesting, sure, Carrigan with the double here, but this is such a comeback right now. 8-0 start. 15 to 13.
They have full buy now. They have all.
Carrigan and Inferno.
I'm disappointed
this
in
might
Barry
haunt him forever.
this time, but I guess
10 T rounds and it may not be enough. They've got 3 on the defense. 3 is all they can muster unless. Is this going to be the final round of our first map of this grand final? Sport Police thinks it may be. Quick shot through the smoke, aggressive banana control. FaZe are starting to look like their former selves, at least in the early posturing.
A little bit different here, finally some banana control right now for FaZe. For how long can they hold on to that defensive smoke? Long side might be the gap here. Twist as well now under pressure. Defensive utility drop, rotation starting to come in. NAVI have a lot of space,
yeah,
a lot of time.
NAVI needs to retake banana now, otherwise they lose. I see this all the time.
Easy to second guess
with these pro teams, they don't retake banana, and it's 4 stack on A, and they lose.
Twist responsible. In combination with Carrigan is potentially going to be the Dane. Start his spray. Twist down, and no one provides a response. They have the numbers now on the commit. Carrigan. Trigger happy, it's Brokey, Zorb manages to find something, but already he's been silenced. NAVI's trades are so strong, gets the bomb, gets 2 again! Carrigan does not surrender!
Yeah. That's what you get. They leave one guy on banana. They know you come in A. They're all stand there.
Felt like he was just trying to bait a little bit of a room for his team right there, but having to do it all, the in-game leader.
Oh boy, last time out. It's the last time out in the last round. Should we go OT, they won't have that option, but that remains to be seen.
It's one of the first rounds since the very, very early stage of this second half that FaZe have been able to get full banana control. That's the difference maker right there. They're able to hedge, they're able to get the rotation in, they responded in time. Sure, they lost the opening killer twist, but Carrigan makes up for that. But this is it, round number 30, map number 1. The buys are in for both teams. NAVI, they want to get it done 16-14, and FaZe want to take it to overtime. Here it is again.
Look at number 3. First two great, that's simple on an AWP here, and bang. Carrigan extends play.
Can you please use your last 300 to buy your teammate a fucking P250?
They've been few and far between. Sandwiched amongst 5 NAVI rounds, and Carrigan decides he will take matters into his own hand. Rain, aggressive on banana, and it looks like it's Carrigan's spray!
Oh, that is such a terrible spray, but it worked out.
And it's a bit now to recover. NAVI off kilter. Down a man, bleeding, and asking questions as to where the CTs may have burrowed themselves into. They have to clear. They're going to take time to do this. Uncertainty in the Natus Finsir camp now, and a man to the good for FaZe and for OT.
What a play to make right here from Carrigan.
Like, this guy has a Galul. It's the last round. Can you buy him a fucking Deagle or something?
NAVI have been good in these number
Like, what the
disadvantage
fuck?
situations, but this time they have no space to
I don't
work
get
with.
this.
Combing back through the map,
Professional Counter-Strike.
for any CTs who are overstepping the mark right now, but a 2-2 split of the defenses. And NAVI, if they hit the site together, they'll have the man advantage. Their trading has been on point.
It's been very hard to get a frag and get away. Brokey would love
There's no reason not to.
that here in
There is
our
no
30th.
reason not to buy pistols ST on the last round.
Plays it conservative, understandably so. So much attached to a single round of Counter-Strike.
Saving money for
But they are
OT.
finding the frags. Simple in, needs a double, and lays down the law. 2 headshots, but they're running straight into the magnificent Van Donkin. And with a wave of his wand, he gets one. Simple though can end it right here, right now in a one-on-one.
Oh, I like this. I like this play a lot. No, he's stepping. 50 seconds. Ah,
Shit overtime! Rock holds his down, and we're off to overtime in the first map. That's more like it.
Took us a while to warm into this one, but it's bloody hot in here now, Antwerp!
15-15.
I mean, we discussed how close and how dreamy of a grand final this is, Chad. And we go 15-15 on our first map of this grand final.
MR3, 10k now, Nosh onto the
Remove
board here.
Mirage.
Oh, simple this
That
is.
second shot,
Yeah.
phenomenal stuff there. The one onto twist was beautiful. Tried to play it smart, tried to be tricky. Robs keeping his cool.
Yeah, I used to like Mirage,
gets the
but
final kill, and here we go again.
I hate it now. It's so fucking annoying to play
The
Seaside.
aggression, the balls to go for a
Public,
maneuver
at
like
least.
that.
I
on that
really
map.
don't know who has that momentum now. It felt like NAVI really did awaken on that second half. FaZe, though, proved to themselves that it's not done. Little change up out of the defense here. Be interesting to see how far Rain gets. He's been having his troubles, he's been having his woes, but still looks to stand up tall. Maybe not anticipating this one. Carrigan reads the flash, turns it to perfection. A re-smoke on. Banana will maintain control, but upon the fade, maybe more to be done.
No, he hears you.
Oh my god.
He knows,
I
right?
don't know if he knows. Perfecto, looking right in him. It's Carrigan, good for it. Simple, immediate smackdown through the smoke.
4-on-4, a lot of utility drawn out from FaZe here. Finally, an aggressive maneuver to take some space. It might just walk straight into this one. Is Bit staying stoic,
Finally,
overstepping the
they
line
go
right now as the rest of his team work on space
offensive
elsewhere.
apartments.
Rejigging this
I
defense,
told
switch
them
back
to.
over towards the second letter of the
Now they
alphabet.
win.
Joining Rain,
Easy.
who's perched up pretty.
I told
Info could
two
be name
go
of the game here
apartments.
for FaZe.
Take
If they
control.
do want to test
They
the
get full
limits,
info.
dip their toe into the water, they'll know exactly where this fight's coming. If not, it's all on Twists of Rain to lock this one down.
Yeah, they're staying so static.
But they have to rotate now. Fucking 28 seconds. They know they're not gonna A.
And they set their sights on the second letter of the alphabet. It's Rain again, who should found great success. First in the scope, hard to track. Twist combined for the double, but it ain't done yet. Electronic tasked with a 1 versus 2 clutch on the greatest of stages. And he's got one already, but Brokey right behind.
It's kind of like Navi has a tell. Every time they go A, they always have one guy apartments.
26, that puts him on top of the table. Brokey, the very first from his nation to stand on a stage like this. And
so by just going
like
2 in
this, one round, the first of overtime goes FaZe's way.
Definitely FaZe have refound themselves here, right? It was looking bleak for a while there. They were passive. They thought they were just going to walk this one across the line. But you can see Carrigan starting to look like himself. More aggressive maneuvers, getting stuck in, taking some fights, taking some liberties. Gets them the opener right there. Does get traded out, but sets FaZe up on the mantle of a 4-on-4. But we're getting it real close now in some of these rounds. NAVI back into the bite. Back in with this banana aggression, all that util, the smoke to extinguish anything coming their way. Perfecto this time round will just take all the space, all the control. Again, this wasn't noted last time round, so FaZe opting to set Rops and Brokey up for success.
It's very well drilled. By taking all of that space immediately, FaZe are forced to start
one guy apartment.
Hey cheese.
Versus the 2 guys pushing.
Twist. Buys time with Flame on the floor in mid.
It's going to test this.
Wants to. Oh, Brokey. He's been waiting for it this whole time, but Robs 180 to the dome as Bit's gone. They look for answers in mid, but Boomich holds one. There should be a response in Brokey. FaZe have the advantage, but they don't have all the answers. A simple catches Robs
really good shot.
on his adventures. Cut short. Up last, Brokey disrespects the smoke and keeps FaZe hopes of a second on the CT side of overtime. It's simple and perfecto. No better pairing. 49 already. Just between the two of them. And it is simple to test those waters up again. Rain, the pre-aim, leaves us right into the deadlock of a 2-on-2, and Carrigan not ready. Oh, he was, never mind, and Carrigan pulls 17. It's a thinking man's game is Counter-Strike.
All right, FaZe has gathered some momentum.
Looking to be the oldest player to win a major title. Carrigan steps up when the team needs him most. Flatline simple, takes out Perfecto, and puts FaZe back into the winning ways here. 2 more now required. This trading out of Brokey here, he's just all across the shop, trying to find all this space. He gets it, and look at this. Carrigan wasn't ready for it, but able to adjust, gets the kill, ready for Perfecto, finds the frag. And Simple's frustrated with that one. This comeback for NAVI, maybe it was all for naught. Enough money to buy again. The plant's been there. Run boost across mid here, and delivery of the AWP. Neither shot connects.
What? He connected.
An attempt, final round of their defensive half.
He hit him through the wall.
The stubborn Norwegian backed up. Flash to support, facilitate. This is aggressive and yeah, punished. It's Perfecto that gives NAVI a man advantage very early.
Oh.
Goes back to the tuck shop. Oh. Returns with plenty of goodies.
Might get a rude shock.
Very good.
Yeah, he may not be prepared for something
but
this
it's a little too late.
Straight away already. Completely nullified. What can he contribute? Just staring at a smoke and loads his mag. Nothing to report. And already
they have to go this last round, but
have set themselves up for success.
4 versus 5.
Down and a spray heavy into the first defender, the first responder, a deeper
this
smoke.
Should not be possible.
Will rise, frustrations trying to solve this on the fly. A FaZe, there's a little bit of summing for Twist. He thought he caught a glimmer of NAVI, but still 5 alive.
Yeah, there's no time! Go in!
You need something rather
what
crazy.
The fuck?
And
this
simple. Said no. This is it. There is one for NAVI, and Electronic makes it so. A triple to end it. FaZe just throwing everything they could. See what sticks. A 2-1 division.
They can't go in. They have to. It's the last round. And they wouldn't have been able to defuse even if they killed every single NAVI player if they don't go in.
They get 2 out of the 3
like, that was
here on
too
the
late.
CT side. We know how good these T rounds were, but the question is, have these teams been able to solve the puzzle of the T rounds? Now that has to be asked for NAVI, as they're going to flick on over. They're going to be on the defensive side. And FaZe is going to continue with the slow default spread. It's all so long ago right now. But if you missed it, it was just FaZe with these very slow crawls, map control, buying their time, trying to target that arch side early, and then they had to change within the final few rounds of play. But that's where NAVI did come alive. It felt within the tail end of that first half they had solved the puzzle, and that AWP of Simple was a key component. It's out here to play.
All right.
And we see off of that opening break. An AWP for either side. The Zoom bangers may very well clash. Simple thinks better of it.
Hello.
Ratchet from the CTs. Certainly has been the name of the game.
The audience did not like that.
A choke hold over Banana and the B-bomb site.
Oh my god, the rain of smokes.
FaZe lay down the game plan. Change the state of play. 20 seconds on the smokes. What do they do? What do they build out of this? They're just crawling right behind the smokes, and already Simple caught off. Completely bamboozled, only bit. Would need to do something really crazy.
Just shoot them in the fucking stomach, please.
Because FaZe, they have managed to put the 18th on the board, unless Boomich and Perfecto
if you buy smoke,
have anything to
always
contribute, and
smoke.
CT does. Boom. Takes down Carrigan, he's reading the play, but back turns and twists, spanks. Oh, we spotted him out, Rocks will close, we have our 18.
This was the messiest camera work I've ever seen.
NAVI up against the ropes, battered and bloody.
It's a real turnaround from Carrigan. He is up to 24 kills, the second highest for his team. This home stretch that they have been on, he has come alive. He has stepped up in a massive way. He didn't want to go down on a map like this. Inferno in a major grand final could not haunt him again, and he is showing us exactly why. Up and over, takes out the big man himself. Simple down, the second on the Electronic is perfect, and the third onto Bit. Phenomenal stuff right here. Carrigan cracks it open, and it looks like we might have cracked NAVI here as well.
If they win one more round, they win, yeah?
Pulling out all the stops.
FaZe.
Chip damage, margin for error, 0 for NAVI. Constant battle for this part of the map.
Well, the triple stacking was short. What the fuck?
The T side of FaZe was very potent. NAVI know that all too well.
Good mode.
Cancel his plans from the can.
Still coming. That's not enough to ward them off here. This could be the finish for FaZe. The 8-0 start. They want to do it right here, right now in OT number 1. Their map choice.
And it must have been hot under the collar after NAVI showed just how powerful they are.
There's doubt from NAVI right now. They're not quite sure where this one's going to finish. Simple's just been called off. He was floating over the goat. He's been called to stop on out, and it's just going to be on Boomich and Perfecto. They have to get this done.
They need a multi-kill. They need all the frags. Perfecto good for it. Perfecto! He has held FaZe at the door. And it's Rain that tries to change the dialogue. 20 seconds. Where on earth can they find a way in? 15 as they really look to try.
Oh, they're gonna make it to A.
One man!
They're in.
Oh, that's the shot!
There's a red carpet into
That is the shot, Chad. I think this time 6, 5, 4. And the ball goes down on the outside of the map. NAVI
What a
has got
rotation!
so much to do.
3 on 3, bombs down, 40 seconds already
What
ticking away
a
here. They need to get a move on.
rotation,
They're all out of
dude.
position, all rotating through the same corridor. FaZe are set up to shut this one down, take map 1 right here, right now.
Rob's made this possible. Smoke to allow this gap to close. Bomb is half gone. Navi's hopes and dreams with it. A couple of kills is all they need. And there's one. Simple, stubborn. Rob meets his fate and is only broken to pull FaZe across the line.
That was legitness. Oh shit. Simple and not happy right now.
Everyone, every single member of that stage thought they had it at one point. FaZe though, lead with the first map of this grand final. Overtime on map 1.
This man on your screen right here, bit of a fan favorite, knows how to work the crowd better than anybody, and he stepped up massively in the final throws of this map. Brokey gets across the line with 30 there to shut things down, but what a game of Counter-Strike from an 8-0 start. Felt like a bit of a sleeper. The comeback from NAVI all the way to overtime, and then this.
Yeah, I mean, that's map 1. That is just a taste of how this grand final may very well go. And I think I want to hear what the panel, the experts have to say after one hell of an inferno.
Kerrigan, he's working the crowd, but he is working NAVI more. There is so much to talk about in this one, but FaZe, they lock it in on Inferno, even though the odds were against them after they actually gave them away a little bit, because after their fantastic start, they were letting NAVI back into this map. Where shall we start, Mathieu?
Let's talk about the emotional journey for the side of FaZe in this game, shall we? Let's talk about the 8-0 lead. Everything is coming in together. You could almost picture yourself already hoisting that trophy, and then suddenly the ghost of Inferno creeps on in. They start losing rounds. Nothing makes sense. People fail rounds they should never fail. We all can see it coming. We can all feel the choke coming. And Kerrigan, as a freaking hero, steps up and saves them. How poetic is that?
He said no. He simply said no, right? He was not going to live through another nightmare on Inferno. We saw it in Boston, and as you said, Kerrigan said no. Imagine, as a viewer at home, as a viewer in the arena as well, imagine the mental fortitude you got to have as a player in order to withstand the pressure you're under right here. It was a fantastic game of Counter-Strike, back and forth. I want to give massive credit to NAVI as well for fighting back and coming back into that game. And they were at a point up 15-13. They probably should have won Inferno.
They probably should have. And it felt like at some points in this game early on that Kerrigan, FaZe's fate to lift the trophy, it was predetermined. But the thing is that determinism ain't real. That ain't how it goes. That's not how it breaks down. Kerrigan exerting the most free will possible in these moments and actually showing that he can do it himself. His form throughout this tournament has been exceptional, and I'm glad to see it come out on map 1 of the grand final.
Unbelievable. Just the multi-kills in those crucial rounds, in those overtimes. Let's also spare a word for Brokey. I heard here on the desk, will he be able to do it? Will he be able to do it against the best in the world, against Simple? A resounding yes.
I called him out, and I said I want to see Brokey play well. Without Brokey playing well, there is no way FaZe is going to take down NAVI. And in this game, there would have been no way, there would have been no way for FaZe to win against NAVI if not Brokey would have played well. He got off to a fantastic start, both with the rifle, but also with the AWP. As we talked about, Brokey, not the most aggressive player out there, despite being involved in a lot of opening duels this time around, but he has this explosive element to him, and NAVI couldn't handle him to begin with.
One thing about Brokey's presence on this map is that he disallowed Simple from doing so much. We saw every round in OT, Simple wanted to peek down mid with the op, but Brokey was holding the line, and Simple knows that tendency of Brokey. Because of that, he takes away some of the playbook of even the best in the world.
What a better start for Brokey. A player that we've talked about, the lack of experience at this level of Counter-Strike, to hit 12 kills in 7 rounds. It's the perfect hand being dealt. He's coming in with confidence, with enthusiasm, he takes charge. That's exactly the Brokey that I was hoping to see.
And we were talking about it, Mathieu, and we saw that camera of Simple sometimes hitting the table time after time after time. What does that say to you?
Simple smash.
Me that he knows they should have had it. He knows they should have had it. I think they smelled blood in the water. They knew it was happening. They could feel, I guarantee you, when you're playing this game and you're NAVI, you can physically feel how stressed the FaZe players are. Some situations aren't going FaZe's way. Some kills aren't coming through. You're getting flanked and not getting killed. Rain is just giving his life banana. If you're NAVI, you sense this win coming over. And that's why we have the frustration.
If you looked at Simple in this game as well, look at the scoreboard. Sure, he didn't have the best game, but he was so razor sharp in that game. Yes. We saw a couple of the rounds, especially at 15-14, where he he almost pulled Navi back into that round and just lost out to Robs in the very last moment. You know, gambling on the fact that Robs would make a rotation, you could just see with your eye how razor sharp Simple was in that game. So, of course he's upset. Of course he's frustrated. But that's the cool thing about Simple. Usually when that happens, you know what's coming from map number 2.
This round, though, round 29,
Heroic.
This is what we were talking about from Kerrigan. The fact that FaZe are in such a tight situation. Rops is on an island in pit. Kerrigan rotates in a little slow from Navi to try to actually round that corner right there, and it allowed Kerrigan to activate himself.
And what does he do next round? When it's round number 30 of the first map of the major, he freaking rushes down middle.
Yeah,
How much does it say about the man? How much do you need? That's all you need to know about his character. Round number 30, he just goes down deep, sprays through the smoke, gets the kill.
It's unbelievable. It's such a game of margins, right? And I think when we were talking about this game in the green room as well, how much is on the brink of, oh, Navi make this heroic comeback and really kick them down in terms of FaZe. But FaZe, then they hold on to it, and then all of a sudden they get the upper hand going into this next map. And it's such a game of inches, Pimp. So what did it come down to then for Navi? What was not working the way it was supposed to?
I don't necessarily think anything was wrong with Navi, to be completely honest. I want to turn the coin the other way around and say FaZe, they've been in this scenario so many times. We praised them for always being in these close games, you know, always going into overtime. And they're getting experience, you know, at throwing rounds, you know, going into overtime and then still finding a way to win. So as much as I would like to point towards Navi and say that was not good enough, I think the fact they fought back and at one point in the game had 2 match points in order to close it out was a massive surprise to me and was well done to Navi. But when we got into overtime, I had the feeling I've seen FaZe play this game before. I've seen them been in this situation before, and we know how good they are closing out these scenarios.
Absolutely. And the thing is that the only thing I would hold against Navi is how slow their start was.
Yeah.
Once it got to round number 9, that was a completely different ball game. I mean, Navi would have won it if it started on round number 9. That's the problem with them in this. That kind of start is not acceptable when you're going into the grand finals. You actually can't give that much of a hole. You can't dig yourself into that big of a hole that early on because you gave such a great effort to try to get back in that one, but at that point, it's just that you're fighting uphill the whole way.
Absolutely. I mean, if we're painting this final
you
as
can't
a game
lose
of margin,
8 rounds in a
then
row.
8-0
Is
start.
that what it's saying?
That's not even a margin. It's a full freaking page, right?
Yeah.
When you have Electronic,
Level
Bit,
3
and Boomage, we
analysis.
count for 0 kills after 7 rounds. Finally, Electronic, you know, gets that first one. There's obviously a huge lack of kills, and this is why FaZe got off to such a great start, and that made the difference down to the finish line.
And what was also quite interesting, we were watching this unfold, and we had the first tactical pause out of FaZe in round 22, and you both echoed, Pimp and Maui, like, what is going on here, right? This is, you know, you have a luxury if you're on the side of Navi, you're making this remont, you have Boomage in-game, but you have Blade behind you. I mean, they made it work.
It is a potential weakness, to be completely honest, right? It's not a secret that the normal coach for FaZe is not here with them. So Kerrigan has even more, I guess, responsibility in terms of calling the timeouts and making sure that the team is ready for it. To use your first timeout 22 rounds into the game is not necessarily a healthy sign, but also a sign of the fact that they did get off to an 8-0 start.
Pimp, isn't it also a sign of the fact that Kerrigan just feels confident enough to give the information to his team within that context?
Sure, but I also do think we often on the desk and in general in Counter-Strike, we praise the proactive timeouts. You can be up 8-0 and still take a timeout in order to set up the team for success going on. So right now, there's no doubt that there's a lot of pressure on Kerrigan's shoulders.
Absolutely, and I think Navi needs another timeout, and they'll get one before we get on to the next one. It's going to be Nuke. We'll preview that after this.
Nuke. Good stuff. Kalkin, never knows best. Slow me show, kill chain, tasty, get your carrots. A little bear him and video bear. Thank you boys, welcome back. 5 years of new life. Boom, 60 months. I have become old and slow. Can I get a 5-year bro fist? It's not a bro fist, it's a cringe fist. But thank you, enjoy your hobo batch, sir. You're all old and slow. Some more than others. Oh, he tried to jump up on the box, but he was body blocking. I didn't even see that in the game. Didn't understand. Couldn't get up. Vänta Lisa, bag!
Esports is what we live and breathe. For us, it's more than a game. It's a reality, where a group of letters can mean everything. Where Mirage is a place for bombs, battles, and glory, not an illusion. Where the true heroes are those in front of the screen. GG bet, this is real.
I don't know what this is an ad for. I watched this 3 times. I have no idea what this is an ad for. I don't know what this is. What is this an ad for? Dota? Look like Valorant heroes or something. Sigus, Krillhar, Gecko Dragon with 2 years, that's Ubu. Thank you very much, sir.
I'm out. Switch me with Forsen. That's the only way to get the upper belt. Upper belt. I'm gonna go make some food, by the way.
Yeah, if I were playing, they would have easily won. Easily.
The wait is finally over. Time for you to grab your tickets and watch greatness unfold at the PGL Arlington Major.
No, I don't think so.
With all due respect, we don't care about Arlington right now. We care about Antwerp. We care about those 2 teams on stage who are giving us a final to remember. NAVI versus FaZe. FaZe being able to clutch out that first map, and we're going on to Nuke. Talk to me, guys, about the pressure cooker that is this arena. Pimp, you've used this word before, but about what it takes for you to be on that stage and be able to or close it out or fight back if you're not.
Oh, it's hard to describe, right? It's up to each player individually. I'd almost say, some players cope with it in a different way. Others, thrive under that pressure. They almost love the pressure. I get the sense that Kerrigan is one of those guys who just love to be on the stage, love to be playing with the crowd. And the more pressure he gets, the better he performs as well. We saw that on Inferno. So I think all players right now are in their own mind right now. And of course, there's staff behind both teams trying to calm them down and let them put focus on what's coming ahead of them, which is Nuke.
I think this first map is such a test for the mental resilience of either side. It is about how you can manage your emotions when you are Navi and you could see yourself win the first map, going into Nuke, a map that you have been warming up, rising up your level, but suddenly the dialogue changes, the story changes, and so you have to adapt. You have to think about it in a different way. It's not a sprint anymore, it's a marathon, and you have to pace yourself.
Yes, but the thing is that right now, FaZe have full trust in their entire team. Everybody on that team had their moments in map number 1. And at this point, when you see them down, even in a 2v3, 1v2, doesn't matter. They have full faith in their whole squad. The team has uplifted to a point where FaZe feels unstoppable. The fact that they weathered the storm in map number 1 gives them such a mental edge coming into Nuke.
I'm glad we're looking at Electronic right now, because I think the world is looking at Electronic. He had a rather quiet Inferno game. We're moving on to Nuke. He used to be the absolute reference on the T side. Remember, Navi is going to start there. He's going to have to pierce through that defense. Whenever Navi were unplayable on Nuke, it was no way to avoid Electronic.
Let's go back 2 days if you're a Navi fan. You're standing in this quarterfinal and you're playing Heroic. You play Inferno, Heroic's map pick. Heroic beat you on Inferno, but you go on to win that series, which in part helps you get to this final. What did they tap into then him. And what will they have to tap into now in order to do that again?
Let's go even further back than just that game, right? Coming into the major, Nuke was one of the question marks for Navi. We didn't really know where to put it. It was a very strong map for them during the PGL major in Stockholm, and one of the few reasons why myself and a lot of experts out there were doubting a little bit in Navi. The map pool, was it as strong as it was during the PGL major in Stockholm? I would have said no, because Nuke was not part of that strong core. Now, 2 days ago, as you said against Heroic, that's when we for the first time saw Navi play Nuke again, and they did it to a very high level. Yesterday as well, even higher level, absolutely demolishing their opponents. So, just a couple of days ago,
Let me tell you what's
we
really
actually
up
questioned
here,
whether or not
right?
Navi could play
You never
Nuke
want to
today.
pick
I don't think we're afraid of that.
Nuke.
We're not. Or Electronic is not either.
Because then you
that
have
man
to start
had a
T-side.
monster performance against Heroic. He couldn't
this
lose
is
a duel
Navi's
while playing
pick,
outside,
right?
while playing that defensive side.
So they already
24 kills
lost.
and a half.
They're
Unbelievable numbers that he was putting up there, and he was outmaneuvering everybody.
It's already
Heroic.
over.
He was outplaying in the mid round. He was finding openings for his
Your
team.
opponent picks
That is
Nuke.
something that
You're
he is
very
going to
happy.
need to do today. We have put so much pressure on him to be this big game player. There's no bigger game
They're
than
already
I agree
tilted.
that the defense for Navi
Big
was
time.
strongest.
Imagine
I
having to
absolutely agree.
start
Except they're going to start
T-side on
and
Nuke.
this is where the story gets a
It is
twist
literally
right here.
over.
In your face,
FaZe already won.
With that win on Inferno,
It's
you have been
100%
gifted
over.
the greatest opportunity you might ever dream for. You are moving on to the CT side of Nuke to close the grand final of the major against Cloud9, 8-1 on the CT side. Flames 10-1 on the CT side. They've been rock solid on the defense.
Maniac, what does your gut tell you when you're looking at this phase and the way they bounce back even within the context of Inferno? Will they close the door?
Look, the seed of doubt has been planted by Rain making a few mistakes on Inferno. I'm going to start here because he is the pillar when it comes to the outside defense of FaZe. I think whenever he's in the zone, he's unplayable, untreatable, unavoidable. But on Inferno, he lacked that measurement. He lacked that composure at times, and he needs to reset. We've painted him as a potential MVP candidate for this major, but that takes a better performance on Nuke.
My gut feeling says FaZe right now. I think they've been gifted Nuke in this matchup. I think the fact that Navi picked into Nuke is a gift and a half for FaZe.
That's
it's
what I said.
96 days since FaZe last lost on Nuke. Ooh. They have taken down teams like Copenhagen Flames, NIP, Cloud9, Mouse, Furia, and Heroic. Most of those games being single digits, which means they weren't even close at all. It's a team that is playing Nuke right now, where I would call them the best team in the world on the map, and that is the map Navi choose to pick against FaZe. That is a task and a half.
Pimp, I'm on the other side of the coin. I got Navi. Look at the last 22 rounds. Look at the last 22 rounds of what they did on Inferno. They were the better team. They won more of those rounds. It was just a slow start that hampered Navi in that map number 1. They have come to play. They've woken up. I don't know what it took for them, but they're here right now, and I think
they're allowed to have a slow start, but FaZe can't have a slow fucking mid
cause for
game.
concern because Navi
That
have
logic
one of
is
the best
shite.
and most innovative outside approaches. The little smoke that they throw next
Like,
to
what the
Mini
fuck?
Garage on that corner, Electronic has made that his default. He has mastered that. He's cornered it. He's written a book about it, and he's ready to slap Rain in the face with it.
See, I buy your recency bias here a little bit, because you're right, the last 22 rounds, it's been looking very solid for Navi. They have rediscovered that the Nuke is a map they could play at a very high level on LAN. All I'm saying is, if that was the best map you could pick as your own map going in against FaZe in a final, are you really in a good position? Are we really not doubting that Navi's map pool is not as strong as we thought so? I think FaZe have been given a gift here.
How poetic would it be for Navi to fight back on Nuke? If anything, the map that had put them on that Stockholm podium, right? The map that made them unplayable back then when they lifted their first trophy. And now, when we have doubted their map pool, when we have criticized it, we've picked it apart under the macroscope, suddenly they pick up pace and momentum on that map, and they fight back, pushes to number 3.
And we've seen good T-sides out of both of them, actually. Unfortunately, Navi couldn't push it enough to close out that first map. But Maui, you say about Electronic, right? You say about that smoke. We have a Kerrigan here who has seen that. He has seen that many a times. Do not have faith in him to not walk into the trap that many teams have before him on Nuke versus Navi.
Electronic does know that smoke better than anybody. You know that Kerrigan's looked at the footage, though. But the thing is that Navi, they got mix-ups on it. They're not always going to use it the same way. Electronic has at least 4 different plays that he runs with that singular smoke, and you never know what he's going to do with it. They throw the same nades every time. They make it look identical. It's just, where does he pop out of it? And the thing is, at the end of the day, Rain versus Electronic right now, with the form that I've seen with them in the playoffs, I'm picking Electronic to win that fight.
Look, the only worry that I have for Navi, when we talk about T-side, we do the comparison with Kerrigan and FaZe, that I think sometimes they like that 1 kill, 1 round kind of simplicity to the game. If you're Kerrigan, you don't always have to use your 5 million neurons. Sometimes it's just just a contact play. It's a kill that gets you in. You can take a deep breath. Na'Vi play a very deep Counter-Strike on Nuke.
Listen,
it's very slow, it's very annoying, and it'll take the oxygen out of you.
You're right, and you're almost taking the oxygen out of me right now, Matthew. I just want to pull out one more.
Ruby, thank you for the prem. Welcome. No Zav, welcome back. Mars Bro with tier 2. 21 batches. I love gambling batches.
Rating on average whenever they're playing Nuke. Guess who's the lowest rated player for FaZe? Kerrigan with a 1.17. If that is supposed to be your weak link, you are very, very strong on Nuke.
FaZe on match point, on major point already. If they are able to close it out on Nuke, let's see if Navi can fight back with our casters.
Thank you very much, Antwerp Sport Palais. It is the second map of our grand final. Nobody knows whether we go to 3, but it is going to be a lot of fun to find out. We've got any Navi fans in the house? I'll take that as a yes. And how about a little bit for...
I'm watching Forsens. He gives fucking good advices that I'm starting to think I'm a gorilla metaphor or something.
Second map, FaZe on the very edge.
I'm a gorilla motherfucker.
A map to the good. Inferno in the bag. Picked up in overtime. A CT start for FaZe Clan. Raid, Brokey, Twists, Rops, and Kerrigan to receive Na'Vi.
What? They all bought armor on CT. That's kind of dang. I like that.
With the Glock, no less. Boomage.
I like that.
Gooshes him. Smokes are in. The flash, perfect. Destined to find Rain. And he's blind, but he's not dead. He stands for 2.
Team flash.
Long range. He looks for more. He has support. And Brokey. Oh, he puts 2 into the net.
I told you, it's over.
And that's gonna feel sensational. 5 alive in the pistol of the second map.
I'm sorry, but I have to spoil the game already.
Insta-goose right there from the heavens. Drops on down to low HP and course corrects for 2 massive kills. This guy has been phenomenal on the CT side of pistols so far, and Brokey comes on through. He wants some. Doesn't want to leave it all for Rain here. Twist with the final, and that is a great start for FaZe. No plant, no kills, nothing for Na'Vi to know as they move into round number 2 with just a couple of light upgrades here. P250's Deagle in the hand is simple.
That's
the best they have to boast right now is simple up and over.
Very impressed.
We're going to find a leering head, has the opportunity to look for Rain. He's going to be tasked with dealing with this yard round after round.
Just having a little glance across from Trophy. Rain trying to use every trick in the book to find information in the absence of a fight. And there's a flash for it. Oh, he gets away with it. Spotted simple and as easy as that. Rain racks up his 4th as well. Electronic leaping down to his demise and a clean sweep.
There's no way that FaZe start this half as strong as they did Inferno. That 8-0 streak, and then we went to the overtime barn burner here. If FaZe are able to get off to such a lead so early again on the CT side of Nuke, this could be lights for Na'Vi here. This man on your screen, Bit, he went through the last major, his first major, without losing a single map. This time round, it's the grand final. He's already dropped 1. They have to fight back here.
Valorant child game. Lock the cartoon graphics to make kid player happy like children show. Valorant cartoon world with ring open like Counter-Strike with dark corridor and realistic tone. Valorant like playing house. Valorant playing run from.
Presence, a knock on the door out of Electronic, but he may not be ready for this. They're flashing topside. Na'Vi trying to apply pressure all over the map at the same time. Look at this, and already Rain doesn't account for Electronic. Kerrigan, the knee-jerk reaction is to go poking and prodding into lobby, but Bit snaps his neck upon arrival. So Na'Vi already get their teeth deep into round 3. The CTs, they hedge their bets. Twists gonna have the opportunity.
Okay guys, relax. Forsen exposed the game already. He just said it. PG is sport fair play.
I did.
Bit throughout this half is going to be tasked with maintaining control of that lobby. He's passed his first test, and it seems so have Na'Vi.
Might be committing here. Look at all the bodies heading down towards this lower side. Brokey's already up and in the window here. Could cause a bit of a ruckus. Doesn't being cleared out just yet, and there is a gap right now. 30 seconds on the clock. Brokey spotted out now. Boomich takes care of that one, and just one man to find a Robs. I'm sure he wants to hold on to this 7-4, 20 seconds. Bomb to be planted, 40 thrust onto the clock, and round number 1 for NAVI secured. Would have to be a 1-on-5 here for Robs, and I don't think he wants anything to do with this.
A little lackadaisical from Rain all the way up secret there.
Single player.
Was the first to fall in that house of cards quickly, did come tumbling down.
Was a bit of a risk there from FaZe, right? So that they left Yard weak. They knew that NAVI were going to take that space. So what they operated with doing was strengthening ramp and trying to rotate down lower and get ahead of them. But wasn't ready for the fast moves of Electronic. He has been fantastic towards that Yard position. So this is great for him. Didn't have the best of games over there on Inferno, but if he can start off Nuke in a strong fashion towards Yard, that's what the fight's all about. Rain versus Electronic and the space that they can take.
Right. Full team effort that round from NAVI. Only Perfecto without the frag. Rops was the one he was supposed to be finding, but everyone gets off the starting marks.
There's enough money here for FaZe to invest again, and that's by virtue of those first 2 rounds being clean. Nobody died in the first 2 rounds of play for FaZe, so the residual cash left over. So let's get the buy coming on through, and NAVI will know exactly this. Having to worry about a couple of booby traps in a round like this is...
Typically, you need a lot of incendiaries to slow and stop anything quick towards the top side.
Well, let's see if they go for a gamble again, right? Because they were happy to give up space early here. They might want to do the same again. Towards main with Swiss. Rain to
Wait, how can they all afford
M4s again? Down the hatches towards the
no
side.
utility.
No quickness this time out of NAVI. They're going to be taking their time as the smokes fly on over and obscure the vision of Rain. Just be selling a couple of footsteps there from Electronic. He's
they need to hold this round,
forward, now
or they are going to be royally fucked.
Plenty of utility left for NAVI if they want to go for a second wave with the mollies, with the flashes, a couple of smokes too as Carrigan. This is a ballsy play.
Yeah, no, he is looking to destabilize.
FaZe, that is.
He knows he'll go down, but how many, if any, can
I love this
get
position
from this booby trap? Twist is the one to provide an overwatch.
This is a fucking top-notch position.
Rain in hell, and that's Carrigan spotted. Oof. And allowed to retreat. They hold on to their advantage. And extend it as well. Simple. Sat down. 48 NAVI, 3 components left.
This smoke is so
still room to maneuver. Brokey hard commits to defend the top side. Chip damage, Twist and Brokey, they are doing it. Brokey has hold them a quad kill from the Latvian.
Important round to win here.
NAVI, very brief celebration.
And now they have money for a while, but...
Brokey's keeping his cool here. He's never been in a major grand final before. Rain and Carrigan, sure, we all remember. The NAVI players, Simple's been in 4, Electronic's been in 3. This is the second for Boomich. And of course, Perfecto here as they look to go back-to-back, but FaZe look to change the history books. They would be the first international team to ever win a major.
Back in the day, we thought it was impossible. And Rain believed. The longest standing member stands
to receive first international team to ever win a major.
Taking the first fight and they're still coming his way. Rain's looking to do more damage.
He has a smoke, but he might just use his weapon. They're ready, but so is he! Rain!
Are they saying Russia equals Ukraine?
NAVI! The round's just begun and only
because
one
I've heard different
remains.
Playing public.
It's big.
You cannot say that.
To lift a major trophy in your rookie year is something very few can boast.
Show us that one again. The Norwegian stepping up massively towards this yard position here has ruined Navi's finances early, as it felt like it was going to be competitive. He does this, takes the fight ahead of the smoke wall here. That's the man he has to deal with. That's the heads-up duel, but this is it, just shutting it down. There's no way through. And Rain wins that one single-handedly here as Navi.
He's making it rain.
Scratching their heads. This is a great start right now from FaZe as Navi have just lightly invested into this one. A couple of deagles, that's the best really they have to offer here. Limping a smoke forward, hoping to find a gap, hoping to create something. Some light utility, but this man can't be stopped. He wants to continue to take fights, and so does Carrigan. Finds Bit. First body in the grave for round number 6 of play.
Electronic wants trouble. But Rain is so dialed in right now, managing his angles. And the app waves goodbye to Boomich. one at a time. Last two around that red container. It's a solid dig. Will look to stay competitive as Carrigan is actually added to the naughty list. Oh, okay. This is scary. 2 remain, and they have to just pull up their socks and find it. It's Twist to do just
pretty
that.
Good value, pretty good value.
Finds 2 of his now 3 frags, and it's 5-1.
Beautiful stuff right there. Great shots out of NAVI shot.
I'm
everybody
surprised
on
they're
edge,
not buying
especially
an op,
FaZe,
though.
but they knew what they were. They wanted to take the fight.
Very
They took the fight to them
thinking
into
about
a
it right now.
position.
He's asking, can I
There's a
buy
couple of those
please,
bangers
Steve?
again. Perfecto continuing to find this impact.
And he gets it with a decoy again. I told
rounds.
you, the Forsen build.
Looking to play now. No AWP here for Simple. Still going to be operating with these rifles in hand.
He
Squeaky
threw the
blind
decoy
off.
already.
It looks like it.
He knows. Where did he throw it? I wonder if he throws it in the same place I
Cancelled
throw
by
it.
the flame and smoke. So back to readdress the blueprints.
It was a misclick. It was not a misclick. It was all he could afford, but he still bought it.
Do they really want to test?
He only had 100.
Rain again.
Not enough for a flash, but damn. That GCD.
They will deploy the smokes.
Could have saved 50,
smoke?
but he didn't because it's useful.
And a commit remains to be seen. NAVI divide and look to conquer.
Yeah, this Brokey guy has definitely been watching my stream.
Oh, spot anything there.
Except for the diffuse.
Electronic will
I
be
don't know why he bought
primed.
that.
And now the pressure comes from elsewhere. Bit
Completely useless.
trying to be that lobby presence. FaZe flying blind at the moment. I think, oh, he's caught a whiff of Navi's leader. And Boomich is the first to fall. Another frag for Rain. 10 already. And the round ain't done. Electronic
1 for
pulls
1.
us back into an even
The
4
game is
on 4.
on.
No info yard now. Rain gone.
Let the
And then
Galula go
13
first.
seconds. Navi need frag.
All right.
Simple's found 2. He needs another. No! And they can plan. Access to the site
This is still anyone's
is
game.
granted, but Rob's looking to deny.
He
A
has bomb. He
1v2
has
for
Molotov.
Robin, Cool, Electronic, and Robs.
Oh, wait, what? He got planned, I didn't see. What? He's saving? No, he's not saving.
His brain fills with opportunity.
Oh my
Electronic
god!
adopts the angle so low.
But now he's stepping, so why does it matter?
The first bullet upon contact. I sense and not a chance.
What the fuck?
Not on Electronic's watch. It was Simple and Electronic.
That was so bad.
In the dying lights of that round, they had what, 13 seconds?
He had a
contact is found,
Molotov.
chat. That was flying.
He could have just
by the
gone
seat of their pants.
outside
I think they were hoping the
and
lobby
hoped
push
that
would
the
come their
team
way. That's why
would,
we're
you
so
know,
late on here. But
play
Simple having to do it all,
diffuse.
just rolls on in. 3
and just
massive kills.
mollowed
And
one of the rooms
Electronic
and
will
held
clutch
down the
out.
angle.
You could see there, you wanted to get a new port of call for Robs, but it took way too long. Too many
Unlucky.
question marks here. Look at the buy coming in for Navi. A little
Lucky
bit light
brain.
on against purchases for FaZe. They're looking limp here as well. This time nothing towards that yarn position early. They're throwing a smoke or two, and this is Carrigan trying to push on in. He's not going to get anything done. Perfecto's found the first.
That's an upgrade as well. Thank you very much. Boomich already breaks open the door. Flames put Twists down. Only Rain, and it's his site as well. Not just Yard. He's going to hold the whole site. Roki, aggressive over the top. A great all shot.
Damn.
Is not the only thing to boast. A double kill out of Rain, and now that bomb
ending.
does need to be planted, but
2-on-2
so much time, and
situation.
already
This
the
guy only
gaps
has a
are
fucking
closing.
pistol.
That 5-7, potent at close range. An interesting turn of events. 60 seconds cut down with a plant and a spotted out Robs. Rain last spotted main as well. They'll smoke him off. Simple. Already 2 frags to the good and a third. A tap. Doesn't quite steal it. Crossfire.
Oh, that's unlucky timing.
Is to be broken, and it's Rain
So
again.
unlucky.
3 kills. Can FaZe pull this across? He's trying every trick, and they do it. absolutely nothing left in reserve but a triple
God
kill
damn, that
out
was
of
so good
Rain,
play.
and when it
He waited
rains,
exactly
it does pour
for
here
as
in
long
Antwerp.
as it takes him
He
to go
started
heaven.
strong and seems
and
to be
then he
holding
pushes through
on
the
for
smoke.
the squad in the absence of the
Most
others.
people would go heaven
He
after
defends
the
that top
second
side.
smoke coming
He's
in
been an
fresh.
absolute rock right now. That round should be done.
Very
Simple
good.
Electronic again, almost
Very
snatched one
good
away.
play.
The two of them piecing this one together. Rain finds the timing, gets the first, chips his way forward, gets a bit of room to work with, and then even gets away. This kill onto Simple was great. He didn't want to continue to face towards Squeaky because he knew that's where Rops resided. Didn't want to give the fight over, but they give the round up instead. 6-2, 4-round lead is FaZe. They can get a bite back, but both of these teams here are a bit brittle in that department.
That's not pretty.
We're at a turning point right now. FaZe can consolidate this. They can run away with the half. That is massive right there. More from Rain, another opener.
He's having a career high as he returns to the highs of 2018. Harvard Nygaard age is just
that
a
was
number.
so good.
As he looks to rack up more.
You didn't even know how good that was.
Farming Navi on the grand final
The
stage.
Molotov landed, and the grenade he threw hit him, hit the player.
There's nothing left
so
for
that he got
Navi here,
slowed.
just misery upon
In
arrival.
the Molotov.
A half by
Literally hit his
Perfecto
balls.
made a half ling, 20 HP. Nothing to be celebrated here as FaZe. They are up to 7.
Rain is an absolute beast right now. We're 7 rounds in, he's found 5 opening kills, and he's got 5 multi-frags. This guy is just an absolute monster. Locking them down, they can't get any space. The one round that Navi got early, Electronic was able to flatten them here, but they're running out of ideas, they're running out of options, and Navi now, this is feeling bleak.
I'm just gonna read the scoreboard one more time, guys. 16-4, it is round 10 in 9 rounds of play. Rain is pulling FaZe closer and closer to a trophy lift that will forever live on in the history of this video game. It's a full weapon round, a couple of compromises. If they could bring down Rain, Navi would have a whole better chance at converting a third here.
Just need to knock him over the
Full
opening kill.
weapon
Just don't
round.
let him find that first
Two
frag. Make
golems
sure that he's
and
kept
a
quiet.
deal.
Make sure he has to drop on back. Room has been granted. Navi have done enough to ward him away for now. The reposition here up towards the heavens. Trying to deal with so many positions. They've slipped the net in multiple occasions. Warehouse, Secret, Main, all currently reside right now for Navi.
Are they accounting for Boomich? Are they accounting for the gap that left by Rain as he repositions, and that is an opening? Perfecto. And looking to clear his corners, Carrigan meets Boomich and gets away with murder.
That's why you don't buy the gallon.
Cold-blooded murder, 3 HP on him, but he's away.
Big push right here. They're going to get this lobby control. There's nobody home for Navi. They're all gathering towards this yard position, the only place they have space. Carrigan's blocked the smoke. He's ahead of it. He knows that nobody's going to push their way down the vent. And already dealing with this lower site is going to be Rops.
So answers provided. Absence of Navi in the lobby, but time sensitive, and you can see that Rob's opting for a passive approach. Perfecto wants to go arrive late elsewhere.
This is going to be way too late here. Perfecto's not going to be able to contribute anything.
Gotta go.
Rops might be winning this one right here, right now.
Either die or
Goes
plan.
looking, and Electronic brought down. There's another to be had, and the bomb is loose. Navi, nothing, absolutely nothing. And no time for this one. FaZe will have won out the CT half in the first 10 rounds of play.
This is cruisy now, feeling cushy at FaZe. Sure they remember Inferno and how that one slipped through their fingers. They had to do it the hard way.
Tactical
The
pass.
FaZe are looking hot right now, and the big red button has been hit. Navi to call the timeout, getting Blade on the mic. They've had some pretty broken buys, right? They haven't had everything they need. A save from Perfecto here is going to bring the AWP into the hands of Simple for the next round of play, but nobody else can buy around him. And this one's getting away from them quick. Think about the nature in some of these rounds are happening. They're just all getting shut down to Rain towards yard. When it is late, they're making it competitive, but they're not able to convert them every single time.
Okay, they've called upon Simple.
This is the thing, right? This is held across, but Carrigan's up to go into an MP9 here. You might see a bit of aggression coming out of them. Simple could put a stop to Rain. And all this space he takes towards Yard, he has to know this is in play, has to know it could be a possibility here.
Are they allowed to use 2 passes in a row?
First. For
Like
Ray out, Yard finds nothing.
There's only so many options where Simple can look until he has to force the issue. And FaZe know this. They know that it's been saved to the next round of play. So they're not going to be jiggling corners as much. They're playing some different angles to make sure that they're not so susceptible to that AWP. But again, time seems to be the issue for NAVI. These rounds always tend to end so late as Rain is calling silo clear.
Can he really rack up any more? 16-5. He has been a thorn in Navi's side. Constantly changing it up, constantly kept guessing. And
red like an open book.
And now Rain can once again bring the pain. He's not even needed. One in the back.
Oh my god.
Bit the lobby lug, they know. And Carrigan does catch flag from that Tech 9. A great second.
Okay.
And they're closing the gap quick. Caught out completely.
One hero
we reach
up,
9. Now FaZe got off to a flying start on Inferno. We saw we did go the distance on it. Difference being this is the defense of Nuke.
This is the thing, Navi were humbled here. They took what was more or not essentially a save. So now they can actually get into a full buy, have everything they need to operate with. And if they want to start the comeback again, they can. But they're never going to feel comfortable in this game with a scoreline like this.
Oh, they saved off. Right. He hit on ramp. I remember that. Right.
It's now or never. You're down a map. Down 2-9. You're reigning champions. Up against the #1 undisputed contender. And Rain leaves empty-handed on his initial sprays. Na'Vi successful.
They're across here. They've got the space they're looking for, but the rotator's already on down. Going to be carrying to deal with this. He's just playing a spot and fall, right? This is just for info. As soon as he gets any info, he's going to open that decon door. He's going to tuck his way. Maybe not.
Do they just respect that?
Yeah, that's going to stall them out here. So they've got a couple of options. Wait this out or drop on back. They're pinned on into this juncture. Don't really have any space to work with across the map. But they're going to worry about this flank now. A minute on the clock, so still plenty of time.
Through smoke.
With plenty of space, but Carrigan trying to be an absolute nuisance here. Follows the nade through. Just very light smattering of damage there. Nothing to really write home about, but once again, Navi have just been stalled on out. The rotations come through, FaZe can get all this room as here comes the fight. Carrigan, he's going to take the initial exchange, but dropping back, forcing them further forward.
Oh, that's a great fucking boost.
Test. 4 Robs in his ramp room, and already, and waiting, it's Robs on the double. And there's Carrigan for good measure, only Electronic can stand in their way of a 10th. Necessary damage done. Can they convert? Up against it, up against the ropes. Simple Electronic, though, not to be underestimated. Brokidorf is out of the round. Simple, he takes another, and no! Navi just so close on the precipice of a third, and it's twist.
How many people have died to Molotovs this fucking
dreams
2 games? At least like 6 or 7
this
by
is miserable
now.
right now for Navi. It's always Simple and Electronic in these late rounds trying to get it done. They're not getting the help from the team that they require. Sure, Perfecto's had a couple of nice shots in that Deagle. Bit only has 4 kills, and guess what? Boomich has started yet another map extremely slow. Inferno, who has kept on that donut for round after round. Well, at least he's got one to boast to his name, but this is running away from them here. FaZe just needs 6 more rounds to 2-0 Navi and pick up the first major trophy for all 5.
Carrigan's been at this since 2008, and it's Carrigan who beats the flames of Simple. Perfecto up top side. This is looking better than it has in time for Navi.
And another guy
They've got the world at their fingertips in this round. Already a re-smoke to deny the boost and maneuver. They are down a man.
This should be very doable though.
But they have the control.
Oh, they don't have bomb
Simple
plant.
could shave some time off of the clock with the plant, punching in the digits, and a missed shot. Robs, a double AWP, not ideal for a retake.
Robs, stop playing AWP, man.
Far from it.
Don't buy the AWP.
Maybe somewhat of an equalizer in this man advantage phase. Prepare for the commitment. 2 AWPs looking to rain down hellfire from the heavens, and they get nothing at the hands of Navi. 3 for Simple. As they find something to remedy the hemorrhage. A bandage found. And you can see how close the rounds have been, because FaZe will have to swallow their pride in round 14.
There's a lot of
Really
missed
important
shots
round right
coming
there,
from
the number
heaven.
advantage. I think that lured them in, but you hit the nail on the head with this comment about
They need to
double
work that
ult.
into their
How are you
muscle
meant to get in?
memory.
Even with that one way, you don't hit the necessary first shot, and Simple will punish. That's a round back here, but NAVI, the best they can do is salvage this half. A buyback from FaZe here. They don't want to allow this one to steam out of control. Carrigan steaming forward here. He's in the thick of it. He's in the smoke. He's found the fight. He can't get the first. Boomage has got him.
But it's Rain, and he's got two. Boomage
Why?
and Electronic.
What you're doing is working.
Stand strong.
Why are you doing
Only
this
a
silly
FAMAS
shit now?
MP9. They fully invested here.
You're literally fucking them up.
NAVI already.
They're
within touching
forgetting
distance
that,
of
you
a
know,
fourth.
10...
But salvage is the
oh,
word,
sorry,
chat. Salvage
fucking
is the word for this half.
11-4, 10-5 is normal for this map.
No room
CT
for error.
side. You cannot give away 3 rounds
And
because
it
you have a
seems it's going
fucking
the
big
way. Only
advantage.
Brokey could perhaps stand in the way. Could he be a spanner in the works in
Poor
any way,
mentality.
shape or form? The answer, a resounding yes.
Two of them are low. This is possible.
Okay, Brokey. They want him, and he stands up again. 2 headshots from the Latvian. The Latvian.
There's a chance.
Latvi can. It's 45 seconds, and the bomb will go down. But look at their health. Look at their health. Robs puts on the red cape. Has he really got a hero in him?
Ah, I should have waited longer.
Boomich pulls the trigger. Rob's tentative, hesitant, overthinking now as he just needs to put a bullet into both of them. They're both so low. The crossfire engage with both simultaneously. He knows.
So
he knows.
low.
Well, not one bullet.
Oh.
Just connect, but there's Electronic. It's NAVI 4.
God damn, they were sweating there.
With a tiny scrap of health, they do recover it. Finest margins separating these teams and these rounds.
Done the hard work here again. It's late from NAVI, but they are posting the rounds on the board here. They've broken FaZe. That purchase that they just made, it was audacious. They wanted to take the fight before things got out of control, but now they have some massive problems here. Contending for round number 15 to try and deny the 5th for NAVI. Just a couple of upgraded pistols and a couple of MP9s.
They went offensive like that and they don't even have money for this final round?
Really be that
That is a big fuck
in
up.
hand. Might be able to completely circumvent his position here with the smokes already up. You can see so many dotted towards this yard position. And as they stay completely silent and quiet, yard control will be relinquished. FaZe will have to give up this room, and that means they're going to tuck in towards the bomb sites.
It's unannounced. Not a peep out of the FaZe comms.
Now we have all the advantages in a round like this. Util in their favor, weapons in their favor. FaZe are just going to try and get this done with the weakest of buys.
Yeah, you've got to do it dirty. And the first opportunity goes awry. How many more will they get in a round like this? Final round, second map, first half, and just pistols. Peanuts. A nice shot though. It's one out of Brokey. You need to hold on more where that came from, and NAVI do not buckle. They will not succumb to your meager Diga, and one left. Just one, he's gone. A 10-5 half. Can we categorize that as a recovered NAVI?
They've definitely recovered the half here. 3 consecutive might give them a bit of momentum, but they need this pistol round. They desperately need this pistol round in the second half to start things off early, because if they're on the back foot again and they have to battle back, NAVI can do it. They brought it back on Inferno, but you would love to give yourself a bit of breathing room. This team looks stressed. They look tense right now. Everything is working for FaZe. Sure, Rain, 18 kills. It bought you a massive buffer, but it's a buffer. It doesn't matter.
1 year aware. Pika with
the major
6
grand
years.
final
Very
here, you just need to get that 16 on the board. Simple and Electronic, they've been absolute stars to help NAVI out in round after round.
On the house.
Leading the charge here, Perfecto not too far behind, but now on this defensive side of things, Bit, he's going to look to be tested over towards ramp. Boomich plays an influential position, rotating around. Everybody needs to activate for NAVI now. They want to take this to a third. If they want to deny FaZe, getting this 2-0.
You know Carrigan has walked them through this pistol. Every movement, every shake of their tail. Well drilled.
Pace to this.
Whoa! A goosh! The first connection, and Electronic on notice. Look at this as Robstay will react to the descent, but he is quick on their heels. Simple, burnt out, he knows, and so do they. He will fall.
That's so awkward.
In a battle of attrition, it's Boomich that does nothing, and this compulsory pistol completely denied. Rain.
Oh,
to left to right, and it's spotless. Stone-faced our FaZe as they're 5 away from doing what no international team has done before in front of an arena sold out to the rafters to celebrate Counter-Strike. Sport Police, are you enjoying this? Counter-Strike has been our game of choice, and we all are here united in celebration of its greatness. It's nothing more than a force buy out of NAVI. They need a miracle. They need something special, and they've certainly got the players to do it.
Lots of bodies here, need to hit the shots.
My son, he's only got the dig, Chad. He's got nothing else.
Just trying to lure them in here. Look at the trap that's been set up. It's been run time and time again from NAVI in this tournament here. They're going to clear their corners.
Ooh. Sketchy, and that's lovely. That's supposed to be a frag, Electronic. And and he does it again. 21 for Rain, and he may not be done. One back, a shot across the bow, Twist takes one, and it's still Rain, still a problem. FaZe Clan counting on him now.
Maximum BM.
United with Rops. This is competitive out of NAVI. They have achieved a mid-round, but it may not last long, because Perfecto's been hunted. Rain is such a big game player, and a big game hunter, as he looks for another headshot.
Oh! Big read. That was so important. Holy shit.
That is exactly what they needed, Chad. One blip for the heart monitor as NAVI may not be done. Let me see that again. Bye.
He knows the other guy's roaming outside. He knows they're both going for B. Boom. Easy read.
That's a second round force buy converted, and Rain was online the whole time.
4 massive kills for Bit right there. Need to string 2 together here. NAVI not out of hot water just yet.
They might want to test him again. I'm not sure I would after the dig. Magic. He's the only one with the M4, and Bit puts Robs on the floor.
That's the AK down right there. The biggest weapon right now with this FaZe force buy. It's already been dumpstered. Bit wants to get this out of dodge. He will. Very risky maneuver right there, but has completely denied NAVI picking this weapon up. So removing one instrument from the FaZe arsenal here.
Can they really do one back? This shifting power courtesy of Bit.
They're down, and on the sound cue there, Brokey spamming away. Will get found the bombs drop, but that's not confirmed. Kills continue to come NAVI's way, and it feels like they've dealt with this now. Karrigan been able to find a little bit of room, and Rain down the vent.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
There he is, but this is where Karrigan has to activate. There's still plenty of time on the clock, gives him a smoke. Cause a couple of issues for NAVI now. It's all on Karrigan to find the room that Rain has provided.
Wait, do they know the bomb is there? I don't think they know. It was smoked off when he died. They have no clue.
Trying his luck, and how is the back turned again? Another upgrade. 2 frags, starting to level things out. This advantage crumbles, but the time is a problem. If they could just find Perfecto, it's a no. And it's a 7. Simple, you can see fully.
That's so weird though. Why were they all stacked on
A? They have to have a strong defense. 5 demanded of
so
FaZe.
weird.
That's all they needed right there from NAVI, though. They're back in this game.
FaZe did not expect that at all, and I don't know why they were all there.
The fact is, FaZe are going to have to take a save. They can't force back in.
Bomb A, yeah, but they didn't know where the bomb was.
They keep NAVI stressed, but
it was
there's no way
smoked when he died, and the bomb fell like to the right of the doorway.
And just rock with 4 blocks and a deagle in the hands of Rain. Now, Rain will have to do something out of this world. He has been amazing. But to claw them into a round like this where they've already lost Robs, he hits the deck 2. Electronics starting to light up the scoreboard, and the NAVI CT side beginning to wear into action. That's a clean sheet.
Spotless.
Fast round. They just flipped us off.
They will once again be equipped. Slightly light on. 5 Kalashnikovs brought to the server for round 20.
Yeah, whatever FaZe's opening move here is, they are going to have to follow through. They don't have enough to go back for a top execute, no crowd control utility to make this one interesting. So stalling this one out, taking some time, leveling the playing field with the utility before you get stuck in with your smoke wall appears to be the name of the game. Squeaky blown off, lobby presence noted, and you can see them just sitting back. Now they deploy the smoke wall. Now they can get them some space to work with. And it's Rain again to take this on his lonesome. Clearing out Electronic's favorite hidey hole.
So the wall down and a full magazine expended should mark across and a safe passage for Rain.
It's all about how they deal with the rotations right now with NAVI, where they pull them to across the map. Now on the pistol round, FaZe look great at doing that. Let's see if Carrigan has another maneuver up his sleeve here.
Rob's tasked with holding that info push. Should they arrive in the lobby, there's plenty to deal with. Now Rain's getting answers elsewhere. No one has found a frag, and it's Rain to break silence and break ranks as NAVI now on the back foot. Can Simple step up when they need him?
What?
No bullet, no problem.
What the fuck are you doing?
One bullet away from the double. He should be dead and is, but Perfecto kept honest on one, and Bit handed a very tasty morsel. The wallbang just off. Bomb is down.
Oh my god. Okay, first of all, why did Simple not have any fucking bullets in his M4?
So manageable, but Rain,
and second of all, why did no one out of the other two react to the guy getting killed? Fucking 1 meter away from him.
Final right now.
Please shut the fuck up.
He wants to do it for Carrigan as well
I
as all
can't.
the other boys.
You need to explain it to me.
Every day of this tournament passing, discussing the potential as you edge ever closer to it. Now you couldn't be closer than ever before. A map up, 12 to 8 up, the final half of the second map. Does it go the distance? Rain doesn't seem to think so.
And a second timeout taken from NAVI here. This is such an important round for them. They have enough to get in another buy, but if FaZe win this, they will break them.
Look at that, he took a peek on the first
He was on
fight.
2 HP. Rain was on 2 HP in that situation right there. Bit showing nerves. That was an easy kill on a silver platter. You could see that getting ahead of himself with that spam, unable to connect, very flustered stuff. But NAVI, this is it. This is their opportunity to stop FaZe now. If they lose this one, if they lose everything,
if they lose this round, yeah, they're fucked.
It's not pretty. Couple of sacrifices.
Ramp.
And there's one sacrificed. A quick back from Brokey. A necessary response. And it looks like Rob's venture out squeak is cut short immediately. It was Rain and Robs that went poking and neither come back.
No, don't push ramp, man.
You can see the mix up. They've set Simple up for success.
It's gonna throw.
Enables the other pieces to maneuver freely. Hesitance from FaZe.
Thank you.
Down a man. Down on their luck. 4-round lead, but on the T side. Every round hard fought.
Why is he going?
The reigning major champion stand in their way.
Simple's so sketched out. There's no information towards yard for NAVI whatsoever. Doesn't know if they're wrapping heaven. Don't know if they're going to be from lobby. But Carrigan knows exactly where this one's going to finish.
So do we. Smokes are up. This is the go sign. Slinking out and looking for blood. Doesn't find it. Carrigan down as well. NAVI hold fast. Brokey doesn't have time for anything magical. He'd rather preserve.
What do you mean doesn't have time? He got a fucking
the
magic
big green. Round 21. Reaches
That's all you need, baby.
Conclusion.
That's a gift from the god right there.
And
quite
the decoy grenade.
They might want to try and get this back. The fact that Brokey has this is huge into the next round to play here. I don't think there's enough money to be able to buy another AWP for Simple. So that means he's going to have to operate with a rifle alone. Maybe he can get dropped an AUG at best, but he will not have an AWP. I just don't think the finances are there right now. The buy behind this is going to be light on for that of FaZe. It's going to give some questions right now for Karrigan of how they want to proceed.
And single women.
But if Brokey can find an opening here, right, there's a couple of pistol upgrades behind this. If he can drop a body, drop a weapon, we know that FaZe are consistently threatening. So if he can find the opener, he can be the way into a round like this for FaZe.
NAVI well aware that it could be in the mix. And the marching orders state, do not catch that bullet from the AWP.
Oh, he jumped into it with his head. Fucking head butted that
for FaZe into our 22nd.
23 health. Alright, you gotta do something with the AWP here, man. You gotta start recycling it. You don't only have 1 minute. Either die, pass it on, or kill someone.
An opportunity as well for NAVI just to remind themselves of what's at stake. A slow round with a distinct advantage.
They're gonna try and make
this is a terrible place to go with the man. He's gonna have a head pixel showing.
No one gets away.
You got the kill.
It's one out of Brokey's AWP. Multiple required. Oh, just past the eardrum of the boosted player. And so, now a 2-round
still a terrible place to go.
Emerges.
Yeah, Rob's here, P250 in hand, 30 seconds left on the clock. Absolutely no hope in this one. Just hoping to get a kill or two here. Brokey's having a fantastic game. Squeaky's going to swing on open, runs on out, and Boomich is going to take care of that. Gets his 7th kill. Rain's been having a great game, 26 to his name, but Brokey, 19. Right, that's why he was a threat in that situation with that saved AWP. You can never count him out.
The boost was perfectly placed.
Feeling very, very similar right now to how the scenes unfolded on Inferno. FaZe with such a blistering lead in the early stage of the first half. NAVI recovering, salvaging the first half, and now drawing themselves back to just a 2-round margin.
This is interesting out of FaZe Clan.
Yeah, managing the finances here. Might be some pace behind this.
See if NAVI can weather this storm, because it's
looking it's so fast.
In. Already the site threatened. Simple.
Why is no one covering me? He's saying right now.
Are you
kidding me?
And put props on his as well. This is exciting as well, because look at what it's up to. Harvard Nygaard going for the round-winning maneuver.
Oh, no.
And that's Simple. He's down and out. Rain on a half-buy, bounding around, keeping the whole team on their toes. He's playing an absolute career game right now.
No, don't fight him.
Still alive. Still a problem, FaZe. Every passing second closer to a 13th. And Rain still low, but such a problem. Brokey allowed to get another, and there's no time. Rain wins it, and NAVI can do nothing. Oh, wow, wow, wow. He has a monopoly of violence in the server tonight.
Oh, damn. Damn. Very well.
And FaZe pull a round out of the hat.
Played.
I don't think Electronic can quite believe it there. They get multiple kills. Simple takes a huge risk by peering out of heaven and taking that first fight. Electronic gets one through the smoke, and they end up losing that round. That right there is what we would consider a tilt round. They're in such a horrible position now, NAVI, because the money, it's not evenly distributed. Simple can pull out this hero AWP. We've seen him do it once. I think we're about to see him do it again. A couple of purchases behind this as well, but for NAVI, we've seen them in these situations when they're in hot water. They have to turn to this man on the screen. FaZe have taken a timeout. They're trying to make sure that they can stay in control of this, because that's a gimme. That's a round that they shouldn't have been converting. That would have been NAVI drawing this back to a 1-round lead.
So hundreds and thousands of us on tenterhooks on the very edge of our seat here in the Sport Palais. 13-10.
FAMAS up Deagle.
Round 24 to be played. Electronic tasked with Yard. No initial wall of smokes. Looking to force rotations of the defense, keep them guessing, keep them scratching their heads.
FaZe are in the power position right now. They don't have to rush anything. They can wait this out. They can slowly discover what lies in wait from this NAVI buy. There's a lot of questions to be answered here, and the longer that they wait, the more utility NAVI uses, and this one starts to tip further and further in FaZe Clan's favor. Remember, this is a force. Loss bonus for both teams. Towards the bottom of the barrel here. This could be the knockout blow from FaZe if they can convert around like this.
Only one way to find out. Smoke to the heaven. Implies a top hit. And Carrigan, he's got more to imply the same. That's a molly set up for Hut. Should he desire 50 seconds and still statues from all 10. No one moves a muscle. More nades flying through. Still not a single bullet fired. Still guessing.
Fake
gets
it.
an answer. Doesn't find the lethality, but he can call upon Simple to step it up. Carrigan pulled one back on the top side. A wall bang.
They have B.
They can still go either way. This is a hard clear, and Electronic's gone. It's only Simple now to stop that bomb and stop a 14. The no-scope on Rain.
Stop no-scoping.
He does not surrender, and Navi succumb to FaZe Clan for 14.
Yeah.
They got nothing left, Chad. Nothing.
Yep. It's over.
FaZe Clan are on the very edge of writing history.
They have to play overtime here.
2 rounds. They've played hundreds of thousands in their lives, but 2 rounds is all that separates them from doing what no one has done before among an international roster. NAVI. Options so limited now for the back-to-back.
This timeout right now isn't going to draw anything for NAVI. Their options aren't great either way. You force buy, you don't win this round, you got 2,400 in the final rounds to defend, to make sure that you do not lose the opportunity just to take this one to a 3rd map. FaZe are in the driver's seat here. This is their game. This is their major. This is what they've been working for.
And the way in which these players have arrived in this roster robs the final piece of the puzzle. Played with Carrigan, seen as one to be feared, and there he is in the feed, onto Simple no less. Bit making a very ballsy call on his own volition, which may facilitate early information as to the location of FaZe.
Someone has to step up huge here for NAVI. They just have these pistols. It's not going to be trading. Somebody needs a multi-kill. Somebody needs to go absolutely nuts right now.
Yeah, they're playing smart. They're playing all together, not give away a single weapon for the next round.
One-man guarded site, Electronic.
All together, man.
Oh, and he's not ready for that. He falters. 3 left to be ticked off the list. FaZe have all the time in the world.
Got a kill
with one. We see
little pistol.
NAVI, and it's Electronic with the one as well. Only Perfecto. He's been known to clutch.
Isn't there a weapon?
But this is too tall a task to ask.
Did he hear it?
Time.
Oh!
And that's another Barox. FaZe, ladies and gentlemen, have 5 opportunities.
Wait! No!
To create a memory that will last
forced!
forever.
They have no money! Oh my god, Navi. I can't believe you've done this. Oh my god. There's only one way out of this for Navi.
Timeout. Blade.
And that's
slowly
pushing
creating this
somewhere.
roster of titans.
Pushing ramp, or pushing lobby, or pushing outside.
They can't stop this.
You gotta push
they can't
somewhere.
Stop FaZe right now. There is
Get yourself a
no
rifle.
way that NAVI can bring this one back.
Split up.
They are broken here. They have been put under pressure on both of these maps out the gate. It's been comebacks. It's been salvaging halves. It's been trying to claw their way in. And FaZe say no. There's 5 more kills. The first international roster to ever lift a major trophy.
I don't know why they fucking bought last round.
Every member
Obviously,
of
if
FaZe
you play for
first.
OT, it's nuke.
They've been at it a long
Winning 5
time.
rounds is not hard.
So many misfires. Is this the round that changes all of that? Twist set out on a mission, the pointy end of FaZe's spear in pursuit of glory.
They know they know that they can push this round. Sitting and waiting.
They are the architects of their fate. Mouse and keyboard. And the brain on their shoulders. And Perfecto
they're pushing.
Good damage. He wants to finish it. And he gets the best of him.
But they're too smart. They're one step ahead.
The scales, but he's gone down. Is that the start of the end? It could be 55. Still, the T side required to gain access to a site. The options plentiful. And Rain, he's not done. He gets his 30. And FaZe 2 frags away. One more. They have done it.
I told you it would be 2-0. Never pick nuke, ever. It's fine to want to play nuke, but if you pick it, you have to start terrorist. It gets inside your head, man.
NAVI dethroned. The elusive accolade. Greatness from across the globe. They do what so many set out to achieve. And it's such a glorious arena. Remember this moment, Antwerp. Because I know for sure 5 people who will. Ladies and gentlemen, your PGL
Deserved.
Give it up for FaZe Clan!
Making it rain for rain.
Your PGL Major Antwerp champions, FaZe Clan! The first international team to have ever done it. I'm going to start with you, Robs. You joined this team, you come back in with Carrigan. You're on top of the world, you're the #1 team, but this certainly wasn't easy. But you just did it in 2 and got your first major championship. How do you describe that, brother?
You cannot. It's just dreams come true for every single one of us. Undescribable.
Now, Twist, the man who tried in many occasions to get it done with Liquid. Now you come onto this roster, you've been grinding out, you move away from North America, and you come in to do it with FaZe. What does this mean to you?
Honestly, it's a special feeling to win a major in my career so early on. And there's no other team that I would want to have accomplished it with. These guys are family to me, and I'll never forget these moments with them, seriously.
Hard work pays off. Now, you just said so early in your career, a man who's a little bit later into his career has done it. You've been with FaZe Clan Reign since 2016. You've had these rosters built to be the best, but you've never quite managed to get the major. Do you feel accomplished now?
I feel so fucking good. It's an amazing fucking feeling, and I can't believe with Kerrigan, after Boston, we finally fucking did it. I feel so good.
Finally did it. Brokey, you're a man of little words normally, but have you got something to say for everyone out there? Now you're lifting that major trophy, brother.
We fucking made history, boys!
That's all we need from you, Brokey. Now, Kerrigan, I got to ask you quickly, 32 years old, still grinding away at the game you love, but this one eluded you time and time again. How does that feel in your hands?
32, huh?
To be honest, never back down. Doesn't matter how hard life hits you. I've been benched a few times, came back. All I wanted in my life wanted to make history, that an international team won a major, and we fucking did it in here!
Now, I've also got to ask you, though, Inferno, my oh my, that was close. Flashbacks at all?
I mean, what I just wanted to say, I want to say I'm stronger than I was in Boston, and I think that showed today, even though whatever break through in this team, positive mindset, we can lose a 1v5 and we can win the next round. Keep focused on the moment, and I'm just proud to call all these my teammates, and I'm just so happy where I am right now, and FaZe is my family.
It definitely seems like one big family for sure. So now we have Katowice, EPL, the major trophy in your hands. What's the next goal?
I think I need to relax when I get home. When you're this old, you need a little more resting time, but obviously keep improving, keep making history. That's why we're here for. That's why I grind CS every day. And playing an arena like this, it just makes my life so happy, and I appreciate everyone who came today and cheered for great CS. Thank you very much.
And finally, Kerrigan, you said it right. Never give up, never back down. What advice would you give to anyone that's struggling right now, anyone that wants to push forward and try and achieve their goals like you've managed to do here today?
In my opinion, ignore what everybody says about you. Sit down in a dark corner and make sure that once you prove everyone wrong in this world, that you did it by grinding and by going the hardest way possible, and just keep believing in yourself. That's what I learned in the last phase. I didn't believe in the end of myself. I joined with Robs in Mouse Sports, and I started to believe that I could come back and be the best in-game leader, and now have the best team in the world to do this. So yeah, always keep believing and dreaming.
I love it. Kerrigan, FaZe, congratulations. Your PGL Major Antwerp champions, FaZe Clan!
We didn't interview the last guy.
Here we go. FaZe Clan are your PGL Major champions. Let's watch them hoist it once again. It's just so beautiful to see. Kerrigan has had a date with destiny since 4 years on that fateful day that he couldn't get it done with rain on a rainy day in Boston. But today, them two do it. Not just them two, all 5 of them, and the entire FaZe org making it happen. What a road for Kerrigan, and what a road for these guys on stage right now.
It's a story of perseverance. If you're talking about Kerrigan, it's the story of tenacity. We're talking about 9 playoffs participation at the major, 5 quarterfinal finishes, 2 semifinal finishes, and the last final, of course, but not today. He was not going to be denied today. He had all the tools he needed. He had the pieces to the puzzle. He had the vision, and he had the bravery to seize the opportunity.
You're looking at a guy who never gave up, right? You're looking at a guy who was kicked, who was benched, who was looking at his life thinking, do I really have what it takes in order to win the major? And as he said on the stage right here, right, he sat in a dark room, he grinded his way back, and as you said, Matthew, he finally got all the pieces put together. He got himself back into FaZe Clan. He got Robs into his lineup, a guy he had in Mouse as well, and they finally put it together. They won a major, and they did it in all fairness by being the absolute best team.
Kerrigan overcame the toughest adversity to make it here today, and for that you have to commend him. Just this road, it is one of redemption, it is beautiful, It is poetic. It's everything we want to see in narratives, whether it's esports, real life, doesn't matter. This is a beautiful story, and I'm glad we were here to watch it unfold.
I agree. I very much agree, but we also have to look at the other players. Look at Rain. He was there with him all the way as well.
Rain.
Right? He is also won a major, and he did it, at least according to me, by being by far the best player in the final, and also we have to award him the MVP. At least he's my MVP for the major as well. Rain won a major by being an absolute beast on the server.
What a renaissance story for a man that was the 4th best player in 2017. That was 5 years ago that Rain was counted amongst the very best players of Counter-Strike, and he was forgotten for...
GG's, they said. G to the G. Pretty impressive stuff from FaZe. Played smart. Played smart, played smart. All right.
Don't smash it, okay? Don't